twisting hard where the shadows lie. Grip the handle, feel the engines roar. Freedom ain't a dream, it's the open door. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Night's a beast, it devours the weak. Steel and fire, the language I speak.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
The NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series returns back to Superspeedway racing for the third time in the last 4 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the virtual Talladega Superspeedway as we continue on with the road to Season 7 in the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. Tonight, we are at Talladega and we are ready to roll, ready to see what happens, the chaos, the calamity, the wild show that is the Talladega Superspeedway. And this is, of course, coverage of the Millie's Restaurant and Catering 250. At the end of 94 laps, we will find out what goes down with the trucks here on this Superspeedway. Welcome to the booth, Wesley Outland, joining you again. Missed you last Monday night. I was off announcing basketball at Greensboro Coliseum. Jacob Reeves, the Redneck announcer, thank you for filling in for me, my friend. And we are back. Dean Hopton on production. And, buddy, we're ready for Talladega. You love this place.
Oh, hell yeah, absolutely. I love this place. I mean, I got my beer, I got my Mardi Gras beads ready, baby. We're ready to roll here tonight. 2.66 miles, the big one. Oh, baby, it's more than a race. It's Talladega, baby. That's how they say it.
Me and Jacob are actually calling the race from the Big One Boulevard. Lucas Lyons and Keith Haney got them red thongs ready. He's on the front row in row 1, row 2. So we introduce the lineup. Hunter Parsons and Andrew Harris alongside at row number 2. Row 3, Talladega, will find the driver of Kerry Tribune and J.D. Larson, the Bella Rio 98. Row 4, look to the inside and find the hillbilly Steve Barnett. Craig Bontrager will be in the 49. He'll be 8th. Top 10 there, Jacob, will find Dustin Scruggs and Concord's Buzzy Mongold. He loves restrictor plate racing. He's 10th.
Yeah, absolutely. Shane Scott loves a little super speedway racing as well. He'll be rolling off from P11 with Joey Stiers with the King. Be on the outside of row number 6. Youngster Cole Larson still looking for his very first win here in NASRA. And Tyler Goodwin will be rolling off on his outside of row number 7. Row 8, Alabama native Jonathan Cofield rolling off for P15 with Craig Schroeder right beside of him in P16. Top 18, Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog, and defending series champion Matt Cherry. Top 20, Alabama, Roll Tide, Brady LaBeouf with Phil Pappas outside.
We move on to row 11 on the grid. That'll find the driver, Chris Blanchard. To the outside, Nate Maurer, the 971. As you listen to some of the conversation via race control, Taylor Peacock and Curtis Banks. Oh, it's fine. Row number 12 to the outside, the 77. Row 13 on the grid, Justin Lumpkin, Jeremiah Holt, Row 13, row 14 will find Marco Field and Tyler Justice rocking the Gators. And your top 30, and still not done, Jacob will find Adam Newton, the Bulldog, and Shane Trotter from Asheboro in that Van York entry.
Houghton Hogan will be rolling off from P31 here tonight. Jeffrey Johnson Jr. got his very first career win with NASRA right here at Talladega last season, rolling off from P32. Aaron Feinreiter and Holla Daddy, Mr. Restrictor Plate. Brian Chew rolling off in P34. Zach Hartwick, Chris Ellis back here at 35th and 36th. Right behind them, Peyton Hubbard and Raul Meza, 37. See what the Serve Pro entry can do here tonight. And rounded out the field, Cody Knott, shotgun on the field with DJ Moore being the race control.
There you go. What a field of trucks ready to go. To see how things will shape up for this event. Let's take a look at the CRN race analysis for tonight. We're going to go 104 laps. I thought it was going to be 94 because 94 plus 94 is 188, which is half the distance of what Talladega is. But we're going to push it to 104 laps. We're going to go an odd number of stages. Stage 1 will be 24 laps. Stage 2 will go to lap number 50. And then we'll race for another 44 laps for the finish of the race. Double tire 4, fuel limit 100%. They got a 3-hour time limit for this race. We're able to knock that out very easily. And Jacob, as we get ready to go for the final parade lap, here's a look at the point standings, buddy. You got them real quick.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Newton right now currently up at the top. Jonathan Cofield right on his back door, 16 points back. Literally top 6 drivers, all of them less than 100 points. Larson stuck smack dab in the middle of the hot dog of all of that with no wins. The rest of them 2, 3, 4, 2, and 1, respectively. Jeffrey Johnson Jr. could have a good point tonight, as he usually does here at these super speedways at P7 as well.
Who's
but
in front of you that's pointing, Dustin?
real tight right there for those points. You know, Wesley, as we are getting closer and closer to the regular season finale before we're getting into the chase, it's going to get really tight, and anything can happen here at Talladega.
Certainly can and will. As we get ready for the field to come to the green, it should be this time by. Looks like everybody is assembled. There's a look at your weather conditions. Track temperature, 140 degrees. Wind temp is 84. Partly cloudy conditions.
Yep,
A northeast wind. It's 4 miles an hour. They are in formation. You hear the conversation via race control. And ladies and gentlemen, we are set. The pace truck will come onto the pit lane. Here they come in the official starter zone for the first time tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 words. This is Talladega. We are green. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a virtual race. Let's get it.
Maybe here they go, already sending it off into turn 1, sending it off of turn number 2. Double wide formation up at the front, all the way through the field, coming up and starting to break on out a wide, jump up into that outside lane. Look like that 45 of Matt Cherry already starting to circulate, get that outside lane rolling. High side tickler line, middle lane, Keith Haney got the red thong rocking, baby. He's going with it. Harris right up behind him. Here comes J.D. Larson on the inside with help from Lucas Lyons.
And here they come, working now off of turn number 4 for the opening lap. Give it to Haney on the middle lane. Up behind him is Larson on the bottom. Pushing him is Harris and Lyons. Side by side. Lap number 1 as they come storming through the trioval. Haney will lead lap 1. He's got Harris pushing him up top as they climb the banking. That's 33 degrees in turn number 1.
Yeah, and a couple of drivers actually working their way up there on that outside lane. Mentioned Matt Cherry in the 45 starting to work it up there on the outside lane, trying to get some help behind him. Looked like it might have been Chris Blanchard in the 9 trying to work with him, get this outside lane moving. Joey Stiers stuck right there in the middle, right in behind Bugsy Mongold. Everybody up here trying to make it happen. Actually, that was Phil Pappas. Hell yeah, though, Blanchard right in behind Pappas as well. 3 of them on the outside, and Cherry's got a run coming off forward.
We've called these races for many times. We've seen these many times and been there in real life many times. And the thing is awesome, Jacob, is that the smart thing to do is to ride and drive. But right now, these guys are not following that one iota. They are right now trying to pick what lane to use, top, bottom, middle. Trying to find your teammates as we are already friggin' 3 wide on lap number 2. Wow.
Yeah, and Wesley, they're already scattering just a little bit. Middle lane kind of a little bit unorganized, if anything, maybe sliding around a little bit. That air, obviously, a lot of people talks about it. Oh, well, this track, it's easy to drive. You just put it on the floor and you just drive. I call BS on that. You got to hold a pretty line, especially if you're in that Buzzy Mongo, Joey Steyer's line, stuck smack dab in the middle, 185, 190 miles an hour. Got to be careful. You don't want to cause the big one.
Avoid trouble at all costs as we right now right on board with Joey Steyers. He's on camera down below as well. He's right here in the middle of this battle. Buzzy Mongold in front of him. Cherry up top. Champion of last year. 3 wide. Hillbilly Barnett down to the bottom, and he's right in the middle of that mix as they go in the corner.
You saw Dustin Scruggs right there in the 353 kind of slide up from the bottom up into the middle lane. These drivers are really going to have to watch out for that here tonight. Wesley Outland with moves from the top to the middle, middle to the bottom, bottom to the middle, middle to the top, however you want to look at it. Lanes will get swapped way more than what you would see on I-75 in Hot Atlanta. Gotta be careful, gotta watch out for the landmines. Don't want to get yourself caught up in any trouble. Andrew Harris trying to be up in front of all that trouble, trying to take the lead.
Coming through the tri-oval now, about to put it on the lap of the board this time. That'll be lap number 4. Remember, stage 1, an odd number, 24 laps. That's 20 to go. Right now, it is Lyons now getting around Harris on the bottom. He's got a push by Bontrager in the 49. Kerry Tribune now goes up upside. His Chevrolet battles all the Toyotas and the Rams as they go into turn 1 and 2.
And you got to thank some of these drivers up here at the front, Bontrager, Lyons, Harris, all these guys, especially when they send it off into turn number 3 and running through the middle of 3 and 4, and even in 1 and 2, they got to look up in their mirror just a little bit and see all hell can break loose right behind them. Look at this, 3 wide, most all the way through the field. Tribune now on the outside, no in middle side. We're going to go 3 wide off of turn 4.
And they will stick that 3 wide as they work now their way back through the tri-oval. Here they come back down to the line. It is now Lyons on the top of the racetrack. Now pushing on the bottom comes Harris. Harris has got a big fistful of competition behind him on the bottom with the likes of the 91 of Parsons. Here comes Haney in the middle. All this goes on as they go top to bottom, and Kerry Tribune is spunky in the middle, losing ground in 2.
This is how it is in Talladega, Alabama, all day long. 3 wide, gotta find your friends, find your buddies, find your drinking buddies. If any way, shape, fashion, or form, inside lane stacked up big time right there. Hillbilly, Shane Scott, Cofield right there in that mix, also with, look like Kermit the Frog, Luke Smith. Whole inside lane stacked up right in behind J.D. Larson, but everybody's able to scatter away and keep on going.
Parsons trying to make a move on the inside at Harris's truck. Lyons way up top, staying out of harm's way. Right now, here they come down to the line. Another lap led by the 87 of Harris. Lyons now closing in that momentum. He'll push and put Blanchard down up into the mix. Look at the black number 9. Machine, the driver originally from Clinton, Maine, now Pelham, New Hampshire. He is there, and he is right behind Lyons as right now Harris has got company by the likes Blanchard and others as they go into 3. That's Larson behind him.
Yeah, I mean, Blanchard's always been really, really good on these super speedways, Wesley. Real good on these super speedways. Blanchard very fast at Daytona and here at Talladega, and even at the new Atlanta once it kind of got flipped and went to a super speedway model. Watch out for Blanchard to kind of thread the needle. Very aggressive driver right there, and that number 9 got a shot, but he's all by himself. He's going to be literally needing some help from Kerry Tribune to try to help him out. Lyons basically hung him out. Shane Trotter going with Tyler Justice as well. Good Lord have mercy. They are swapping partners worse than square dancers at the local bar right now. Literally everybody just trying to pick who they can get to try to help them out.
Working now lap number 7 as they work down the Alabama Gang Super Stretch. If you're listening on the radio, top 5 right now. Harris, Parsons, Haney, Larson, Barnett as we pause for a moment from Talladega.
You're listening to the CRN Community Radio Network. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Here at Talladega, 9 laps now, working when they come to the line. It is Harris in the lead. Parsons, everybody now starting to go to the bottom. Carey Tribune trying to work something up top now as they work the back straightaway, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, literally high side tickler line and taking it full force from Lucas Lyons straight into the tailgate. Shane Trotter went from the outside, jumps into the middle lane. Have yet to see a 4-wide situation, but I got a feeling we still got plenty of time. 4 wide will come into play sooner or later. Right now, Andrew Harris with the lead with Hunter Parsons, Carey Tribune side by side for second.
It's Harris, the leader now, the driver of the number 87, the driver, of course, from Salina, Kansas, and Towing Company, Upfront Motorsports entry. And that's Chevrolet right now up on the top spot. But now Carey Tribune, he'll power back. He's got help with the 41 of Lions. Look who's smothered up against the safer barrier. That's Tyler Justice and even Adam Newton Jacob trying to get the top 10 there in the back straightaway.
Yeah, I mean, and Adam Newton really tried to slide up here as well. He's up 18 spots from the start of this race just 10 laps ago. Folks, you will see that here at Talladega. Drivers all the way from the back have worked their way all the way up to the front. You could be dead last, and then in 5 laps, you could be up here leading the damn thing. That's what makes Talladega so special.
Or you could be all the way in the back and work your way to the front. Some strategy by a lot of drivers. What do? Do you stay up in the front or do you get out of the way and stay in the back? There's a lot of strategy, like Jacob just mentioned, of how things go here. And there's Blanchard right up the middle, trying to power around some entries as they go down to the inside. There goes the 21.
Cody dropped me quicker.
Oh, yeah. Look at our buddy, Stinker TV. Shane Scott in the top 10 for the first time tonight, Jacob.
Boy, howdy. Look at Shane Scott riding on board with him. Got the whole Formula One wheel rocking and rolling and keeping it down in the cellar. Well, Grandpappy has the moonshot from Cranny with Blanchard up top, with Lyons up top of him. Justice right there in the mix, as well as Dustin Scruggs. All of them working their way around. Harris still with the lead. Parsons behind him. Haney is third. And they are 3 wide, looking 4 wide, and also leaning on each other a little bit going through the triangle.
Patience indeed now as they work their way back across. Turn number 1, the banking again. Harris in the lead. There is Harris. He's got the top spot. Parsons right behind him. What a year Hunter Parsons has had since his return to NASRA. The Statesville, North Carolina driver. He sits in second. Haney now back to third. They all work their way, and in some shape or form, they've all led a lap or so in this race as we work lap number 12 and the midway point of stage 1 tonight here at Talladega.
Well, I'm telling you, Wesley, this kind of racing right here makes you want to mix you a drink right here. I mean, this is good stuff right here that we're seeing all the way through the field. You got the pushing, you got the shoving. Harris, what was that? He got the pissing Calvin right there on the back end of the truck. Not sure what that was all about with the 87. May have to get another look at it right on board with Hunter Parsons, see what he's actually pee-peeing on. But anyway, Harris leading them. Here we go. Yeah, he's peeing on a number. I don't know exactly what number that is that Harris has got going on. There must be some beef going on right there with what he's got. He's starting to get a little closer, Oh, Lord, it's Matt Cherry. Oh, he's got beef with Cherry.
My goodness. Only Bigglestein Hop did cast the camera work to zoom in and find out who he's got a beef with missing on the Harris now the leader. Parsons behind him, by the way. The 45 all the way in the back. He's not even in the top 15 right now. Is Matt Cherry. So 3 by 3 there behind the leaders. As now J.D. Larson tries to look for second in the lead on Parsons. Harris inside. They go into 1.
Yeah, Wesley, you mentioned it right there just a second ago with Cherry back there at the 17th spot. Some of these other drivers, like Raul Meza, Cole Larson, Taylor Peacock, who's always good when we go to Daytona and Talladega, always got to watch out for that 81. He is mired back in the 31st position. A lot of drivers got different strategies on how they want to do this kind of racing, Wesley. Some of them want to jump up to the front, lead.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them want to be up there in that area or be like me and ride back there in the back and just let the chaos happen in front of you and just miss the wreck and just stay out of the middle of the pack. You don't want to be there.
Harris now under attack by Larson on the outside lane. He's got the push by Trotter. Larson's pushing Harris. All this going on now as they are side by side. Who's going to jump out of line? Nobody will. We're 3 wide again behind the first 4 rows that are side by side. 2-stepping now as they work in 2.
Yeah, they are working it out, and up here on the top side, looked like that was Lucas Lyons in the 41 tried to get something going. Maybe get a little bit of help behind him. Here's Shane Trotter shoving J.D. Larson all the way to the front. Yeah, that's Cole Larson's daddy. And now Trotter has enough of it. He wants to try to get up here and lead at Talladega. Try to go around the outside with help from Chris Blanchard.
A 4 back to the line. It's Trotter in the lead, pushing now Blanchard. Adam Newton right now leading the point standings. There you see it. By the way, though, Cofield with 3 wins, Hunter Parsons with 4 victories. And as you can tell, Larson wants to join the cavalry of winners. He's 4th in the points with no victories. As there's a look at the official point standings. Heading into Talladega. Trotter now trying to go to the lead. Push with Blanchard and Mongold and Goodwin. Top side as they work through 3 and 4.
Still working it. Blanchard jumping all the way from the middle, jumping down to the bottom side in the cellar. Got to get the shove from J.D. Larson, but he's got to get on up there. He's got to give him a little bit of help. We did see the 49 of Bontrager. You see him up there. He jumped out of line completely and had to wait on Lucas Lyons and company to get up here and help him out as well. Watch Buzzy Mongo. Will he jump up here in the outside lane, try to help himself as well? Not yet. Now Goodwin, he'll get stuck in the middle. They'll go 3 wide for 3rd. No, outside lane's going to back off, but Trotter still leads them off turn 2.
Little cloud cover now settling down the back stretch, the Alabama King super stretch, if you will. And Shane Trotter up in the lead. Mongold behind him as well as Goodwin. Down to the bottom comes now Blanchard. Up top goes Bontrager. And I want to tell you something, Jacob. Trotter in 17, week after week, seems to be getting better and better and better. He's going to find a victory. Heck, it might even happen tonight here at Talladega. He leads them through the dog leg of the tri-oval.
Well, Wesley, I mean, he is the hardest charger in the field after 17 laps, up 29 spots up here to the point. As you see Buzzy Mongo down here in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Trotter with the biggest move. Ellis up 21. Jeremiah Holt, Peyton Hubbard, they're flip-flopping back and forth with 18 and 19. That number right there, that list, it's going to, literally, it's going to be all over the place. So, folks, do not adjust your screens. Do not adjust your drinking plan. That's just how that works right there with the biggest movers. With just how many positions is changing each and every second. Not lap, but every second here at Talladega. That's just how it rolls here.
Sure does. There's a look at those track conditions now as we are now finding cloud cover all over the racetrack, and that really can either tight or loosen up the trucks depending on the way they set up these things. And we're at now 6 laps to go. Stage 1 all so far clean and green. Trotter now leads the cavalry up the banking here in Talladega. Looking on is Mongold, Goodwin, Blanchard, Bontrager, top 5 of the backstretch.
And Wesley, you mentioned something else about the track temps, also with the air temp sitting around 84 degrees. Drivers is really going to have to watch out for that. Why? Because of the bump draft and because of being able to shove other drivers. You get yourself caught in this draft and you get right up behind somebody, you basically seal off the radiator, the opening of the radiator, to try to get air into the engine to cool it off. If you seal it off, you're basically going to just jack the water and the oil temperature sky high. Water temperature hits about 280, 285. It's going to start blinking red. You can blow an engine very, very quickly. And yes, there is no fast repairs here with the DSR Electric Truck Series, so got to be very careful.
Brady LaBeouf not having the night he wants. He is way off the pace. All the way in 38th, and he's just being bypassed by the entire field of leaders. They go with the glove truck to find out. As nonetheless, the leaders work their way off of turn number 3 and 4. They come down to the line. There will now be 4 to go in stage number 1. Brady LaBeouf multiple laps down. He is 4 laps down in the 24. It's not a good night. As Craig Schroeder also with an issue. He's about to get lapped again as they go down into the corner. The leaders are there in 2 there, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, and LaBeouf does not want Schroeder to go a lap down right here. I mean, obviously, in 4 laps, we're going to get a caution for the stage, and basically would screw LaBeouf trying to get the lucky dog right here. Even if LaBeouf was able to pass him, Schroeder all by himself, he will get the beneficiary, get the lucky dog out of this. I'm not sure what was going on with LaBeouf. Maybe, missed the start or something happened. And, just ended up just losing everybody and now down 4 laps. So, but I will say this, Wesley, you know as well as I do, me and you have called plenty of races here at Talladega. You can be down 4 laps here at the end of the first stage, and you can still end up with a damn top 10 when this race is over with. That's just how it works, man.
You're exactly right. Don't count them out. Strategy indeed. 3 to go now. Shane Trotter from Asheboro, North Carolina, leading over Concord, North Carolina's Buzzy Mongold and Tyler Goodwin. Right there, it's a Toyota, a Ram, a Ford, a Chevrolet in the top 5 to the back straightaway.
Working their way down, trying to make a little something happen. Here comes Harris on that outside lane with help from Hunter Parsons, with help from Chris Blanchard. Lucas Lyons thought about it, said, screw this. He jumps up high side pickler line, trying to get the help right behind him. Get the shove from what looks to be Dustin Scruggs in the 353 machine. Still trying to work it out. 2 to go right here, Wesley Outland. Stage points on the line. It will get interesting, and moves will be made, and they could be catastrophic.
Top 5 single file behind them. They are starting to get 2 and 3 wide. Mongold tried to hold off Goodwin. Mongold also going after Trotter. Snaking, if you will, down into the corner. 2 to go now. Back straightaway. Trotter now out in front. Clean air for the 17 to the back stretch.
Yeah, all clean air. Now Buzzy Mongo going to have to watch out his front windshield and also in the mirror to see if anybody decides to dip out of line. Maybe jump up there with him and try to see if he can get the shove. Peyton Hubbard, 31, stuck right there in the middle of the racetrack, is still getting a huge shove from Andrew Harris. That might be the one he might want to watch right here coming off turn 4.
And here they come, working now through the tri-oval into turn 4. Coming to the line, last lap in stage number 1 to the green and white checkered flag. It is right now Trotter in front. Stage points on the line. Who wants them? They go back up the banky. They're heading to turn number 1 and 2.
Here comes Peyton Hubbard, 31 on the outside. Andrew Harris is there. Buzzy Mongo wasn't able to jump up and try to make a move. Trotter's still up here at the front with it. Hunter Parsons still trying to get help from his good buddy Chris Blanchard. Now Harris is going to hang Hubbard out. Hubbard hung out to dry, stuck in the middle. Lyon's going to jump up to try to help him as well. Outside lane is pretty much dead. Trotter all by himself. Buzzy Mongo still trying to find a way around him.
Go, JD.
Here they come, down to the inside. Trotter protects the bottom. Now they all get greedy and jump out of line. There goes Larson. It's not going to work, though. Shane Trotter, you have won yourself a stage in the NASRA DSR Truck Series at Talladega. The field will come across the line.
Big checkup. Waiting on the pace call.
It is Trotter, Larson, Mongold, Peacock, Goodwin, Hubbard, Meza, Lyons, Scott, Harris, as it looks like it. As they're all stacking up and actually really getting on the binders here. There's no crash. They're waiting for the pace card.
Wesley, that's
why the race director purposely told them, slow down. Don't try to make another lap around here before you catch the pace truck. You slow down and let the pace truck catch you, and that's exactly what they just did.
Good run, JD.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely good stuff right there out of that right there with Shane Trotter. Called out with J.D. Larson. We're hearing some stuff, obviously, with the race director and everything else. But anyway, got to give it to Shane Trotter for flip-flopping up here and, getting the win. A lot of drivers come into this race, Wesley, just to survive here at Talladega. Some just want to get a stage win to get some stage points and survive. Others feel like 80s can come in here and just win the damn thing. Trotter already got him some points in the bag to help himself. What a drive by Trotter. And as I mentioned, he wasn't the hard charger, though, out of this so far. Meza currently is right now, but Trotter up 29 spots. He's up here at the front.
Field is coming down pit road. We take a break as well. When we come back, we will talk to Shane Trotter, Stage 1 winner here in Talladega. Be back in a moment.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Welcome back to Talladega, stage number 1 in the books for the Millie's Restaurant and Catering 250. And the Dragon Racing Esports buddy from Asheboro, Shane Trotter. Truck's looking good, man.
Hey, having fun, man. It's been I think been on iRacing for 3 years, and it's finally coming together. So it's good to start stringing some stuff together and getting some good runs. I threw away Thursday night's race. I had the race. I had them right where I wanted them, and I made my move too soon. So I'm hoping to pay it back tonight.
I mean, Shane, obviously Talladega, we all know how Talladega usually, what it can provide and what it can do and everything else. What would be Shane Trotter's, key to trying to get a win here at Talladega? What is Shane Trotter's key?
Good. Well, my key was to get to the front and see what could happen if we could get up there and control the race with me, Buzzy, and Tyler. And we were able to. And, I told them at pit stop I was probably going to fall to the back and try to run some laps and just, I think it's going to get a little ugly in stage 2. It normally happens. So just stay out of the carnage and try to get up there at the end of the race and win this thing.
There you go. So is the key to maybe fall back here and stay out of the front for the second stage, you think?
That's my goal, but my goal was not to get to the front in stage 1. It was to stay in the back, and the moves just started happening, and it was fun to make some moves, and I found myself in first. So right now the goal is to run in the back, but that could all flip if I feel like getting up there and getting racy again.
There you go. Anything else, Jacob?
Well, basically, he basically answered it right there. He has no idea what the hell he's going to do right here in stage 2. Basically, that's basically what he's saying. Am I right or wrong?
You're not wrong. You see the paint scheme. It's a host of our throwback. there's no gameplay. We're just out here to ride and have fun. And Hey, we're going to put the Dente up against the wall and see if we can bring home a checkered flag.
Put the Dente. All right, there you go.
Chili's.
All right, buddy. Thanks for your time, Shane. Good luck, man.
See y'all.
Track and Racing Esports driver from Asheboro, Shane Trotter there. There you go. Time to ride the Dente, baby.
Hey, speaking of which, real quick, Wesley, speaking of riding the Dente and Carson Hocevar, what do you think about the whole deal with him flipping off Corey Heim yesterday at Indianapolis? What do you think about that?
Whatever. Yeah.
I loved it. I'm sorry, I loved it. I thought it was good.
I think we're about to see him. I really think that Shane, not Shane Trotter. I think that Carson Hocevar is going to try to become the new bad boy for NASCAR. I really do, and he's trying to get a personality. And in the end, Corey Heim won, so a special moment for him. Back to green. We're breaking glass. This is Glass Spaghetti. Page number 2. We heard some of the strategy of drivers like Trotter. I'm going to stay in the back. I'm going to stay out of trouble. Or do you lie? You lie. And you stay up front and you lead. Right now, it's Goodwin trying to battle Peacock for the top spot to the back straightaway.
And he's got his buddy Buzzy Mongold there as well. You heard Shane Trotter talking about it with Goodwin. Mongold trying to get him to help out. J.D. Larson up here at the front. How about Raul Meza up 34 spots from the start of the race up here in front of Alabama native Jonathan Cofield, who slid up here on that number 58 Ram. Trying to make it interesting. Goodwin leading off turn 4.
Exiting 4, there goes Raul Meza. Meza is no stranger to doing well on restrictor plates. He's just never found victory lane. Does he try to stick it 3 wide? Look at that. Martley says no. I'll stay in the middle. I'm not going to panic.
Shot to Cofield outside lane with help from teammate Bandits Motorsports. Lucas Lyon's going to get up here, help him out, give him the shove. Bud Traeger lined up behind him as well. Bandits Motorsports trying to rock it. Now they're going to slide down. They jump down in the middle lane. Cofield with Lyons, but a lot of help is on that inside lane, Wesley. So much help. Nearly half the field, if you want to put it that way. Most of them on the inside lane. They're going to have to get some help if they want to try to make something happen in this middle lane.
Coming down through the tri-oval with Goodwin now leading. Goodwin leading. There's Shane Scott, baby. Here he comes for 4th and 5th. Got Cofield up top. Larson right behind him in the flesh, baby. The Lions truck also.
Wesley, you got to look at this also. Talladega has always been one of those tracks.
Whoa, trouble!
But the Frog Luke Smith over on his ledge. Barreling going down into turn number 3, riding on his lid now. Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog, upside down.
What in the world?
The apron. Wow, what a ride.
How in the world did that happen? Somebody sit him
Sorry
up.
to scare you there, Jeffrey. I was taking a sip of water.
Somebody's taking a sip of water.
The race director spit out his water. I wonder what Luke Smith did. He probably pooped in the pond. Watch this. Oh, no.
Hide your kids, hide your wives, hide your ex-wives.
Oh. And he rides the safer barrier before he skids all the way down the backstretch. Who got into him? I know he had hold in front of him, but who got into the 27? You ain't going nowhere, Luke. You ain't going nowhere, Kermit. Was it Tyler Justice?
Maybe Justice, maybe Scruggs, maybe Kerry Tribune. We'll see right here. Replay tells the toll.
Whoa!
On the outside kind of screwed him up right there. It just kind of was a bad spot. Might have got ran over from behind from Tyler Justice. Justice might have got tagged from the back end as well. It looked like that was a 57. Mark Cofield just sends the 27 over on his lid.
But look at him ride. Look at him ride down the racetrack, but not only that, ride the safer barrier. I mean, he rode up the top of the safer barrier for at least 50 yards. It had to have been. In real time, in speed. Watch this again. Second caution of the race, by the way. First for an on-track accident. Watch this. Wow. And it's only one truck. It's only one truck, Jacob, too. Look at this. Look at it right there. Whoa!
Racing incident between the 27 and the 6.
There you go.
Racing incident between the 27 and the 6. That's the call. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. We got trucks on pit road, Jacob.
Yeah, probably got everybody coming down right here, possibly for gas. I don't think anybody's going to take any tires right here at this point. Some may take tires, some may not, but right here at the just started here for Glass Mechanics Stage 2, I don't think you're going to see a whole lot of people taking tires. Everybody are more or less going to take gas, but some of these drivers don't be fooled by it with drivers like Joey Stires and others right here. Some may just sit in their pit box. They might have been stuck in the middle right there, Wesley, and maybe just say, you know what, I didn't like how I was in that particular situation. Let's just go ahead and pull it down pit road and wait for everybody to go, and then we'll gas up and we'll carry on and we'll be at the back of the pack. I've done that numerous times when I was super speedway racing, just because it keeps you out of trouble, keeps you back there in the back, which is where I always like to ride at.
Pit stops happening now as other drivers coming down to the pits after the accident. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule. After Talladega, we have need to find the schedule. Excuse me. Need to update your schedule there, Dean. Off your A game, buddy. You're off your
It's like it's Nashville and then Texas, Wesley. That's what we got. Nashville and Texas, and then we're going to the Chase.
Nashville, Texas. This is, by the way, the final race of the in-season bracket challenge. By the way, just wanted to throw that out there. So the bracket challenge will end tonight. We go to Nashville, then we go to Texas, and then we've got the playoffs, the Chase format. There you go. Hey, by the way, how about Todd Gilliland becoming a millionaire in Indy yesterday?
He's a gillionaire. Wesley, he is a gillionaire. That's what they were all talking about. Todd Gilliland. Got to give him a huge shout out on that. And I will go ahead and say this, Dean, if you want to go ahead and get the banner ready. Go ahead and get the banner ready. Because,
we got beef. We got chicken. We got beef.
We do have beef, and I want to go ahead and throw this out there for all of you conspiracy theorists. I've heard it, and I've heard it, and I've heard it about. Obviously, with the NASCAR lawsuit and all that good stuff and everything, and this is how NASCAR is paying them back. This is all scripted because Corey Heim won the race. He was 23-11, and then
what do you call it?
Skill, luck may be on Gilliland. I'll say he was a little bit lucky. I would say that he's got to be tickled to death that John Hunter Nemechek spun out Ryan Blaney and helped his chances out a little bit. But Corey Heim's going to be a superstar in NASCAR for years to come. And me and you, we were talking about the host of our deal, and everything else. That's going to be a rivalry that I think fans is going to be watching for quite some time.
Listen, the Carson Hocevar Corey Heim rivalry has been going on in super late model races for God knows how long before they even got into NASCAR. Okay, I've called many of these races between them at the All-American 400, the Snowball Derby, the Oxford 250, the Winchester 400. There's history between those drivers of course, Carson Hocevar and Corey Heim. So I just think it bled over into NASCAR. I really do.
Yeah, but it's good for us. It's good for the fans. Wesley, gives us entertainment, gives that water cooler talk that the fans love to have and everything. So I'm all for it. For every bit of it. But like I said, I think, some of these conspiracy theorists out there thinking, this is NASCAR trying to pay them back. Look, Corey Heim, he's going to be a superstar. He done what he had to do, and he made it work.
I thought Indy sucked yesterday. Just saying.
You did what?
I thought Indianapolis sucked yesterday. Just saying.
Well, that's a different story for a different day, but
Yeah,
that's
I
a
did.
different story for
I
a different day.
I thought it was a horrible race. I really did. I mean, it come down to
I
two
agree.
cars, strategy wise.
agree.
I mean, NASCAR's killed the sport with this car,
careful, they
and then
keep
people
recording
are
it, Bernie.
wondering. People are wondering why there was nobody in the grandstands. Like, come on. We go from Indy a month ago for the Indy 500 and had 300,000 fans for the Indianapolis 500, and then you can't even get 70,000 people in the grandstands for the Cup race at Indy. Like, I mean, we're going to keep on. We're going to keep on, and NASCAR won't be at Indy no more, Jacob, as we go back to green. It'll be gone.
If you ask Jeff Gluck and Jordan Bianchi, they said that it was going to be that it's like the top 5 attendance for NASCAR this season. But that is what it is. So. It is what it is.
And by the way, Kyle Larson talking about we need to cut races shorter. I mean, you know what? If you're going to cut the races shorter, you better make the ticket prices a bit cheaper.
What's the gas pedal, man?
Hit it, Dane. We got more beef going on
We damn
there.
sure got beef. Cue it up twice. We do got beef. We got cows. We got sharks. It is Shark Week. What part of the bud? Back underway. It is Shark Week. Yes, sir. Back underway. Greek flag. Brian Chew now up in front. The Holodaddy. Mr. Restrictor Plate. Would you never would have thought we never mentioned his name at a super speedway? He's there, Jacob. He leads.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Chew obviously very good at these super speedways. Daytona, Talladega, Daytona was his house, still is his house. Well, look at it. He's won a couple races here at Talladega in the trucks and also in the ARCA Series and the Cup Series with NASRA. He's won a bunch of times here at Talladega as well and trying to add to that resume here tonight with Taylor Peacock. How about that 81? I talked about him in the pre-race, Wesley. Do not count out that 81. Watch out for Peacock here tonight at Talladega.
Oh! Shot in the wall. Harris, other trucks bobbing, weaving in the grass. No caution yet. We still stay green.
Can I get a black flag cleared for going through the pits to avoid that wreck?
Can I have a black flag for driving through the pits to avoid that wreck?
Hold on, honey.
Asking you shall receive.
Thanks, Cole. You could have went around the bus.
What did you say, Brady?
No caution.
I'm just saying, everybody in the back, I still got a black. You didn't clear it.
Hey, well, what did you say?
I said thanks for the push, bud, but you could have went around me. It's all good.
This is all uncensored, by the way, right here, Wesley. This is good stuff.
Yeah, just hope nobody drops any F-bombs or whatever, you know.
We just caught right back
Well,
up
that
behind
ain't
you.
on us.
That's right.
I couldn't get you a bumper
It's
right
not
now
our
because
fault
of
if they do it.
But we have help behind us.
Think you better have that pink button ready. Yeah, too late.
I'll say
Just
this,
cringing.
Wesley, that is split this or split the pack up, more or less. I mean, you got the guys up at the front all the way down to Peyton Hubbard in the 13th spot. They're up here in this pack. You got to go back another 3 seconds back to the Hillbilly Steve Barnett with Mark Cofield and Shane Trotter, the stage 1 winner. There's your second pack. Then you got a little third pack kind of forming a little bit back here. They're scattered all over the place after that incident that we just had in the trial.
Got a little wild there for a minute as here comes now Brian Chew. Got Peacock looking on the inside of the outside. How about also Tyler Goodwin? Tyler Goodwin right now, third. Remember the movie Little Nicky, the booby tassels? The guy with the tatas on his head? That's his truck.
Well, when I hear tassels, I'm thinking of Big Daddy. That's what I'm hearing about with the Hooters deal. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, good stuff. Good one's now sitting in the third spot.
Hooters.
Yeah, Hooters, baby. Rocking and rolling. I still got to take my son to Hooters. I can't wait to see that.
What the hell is he doing?
That's beside the
He's
point.
shopping. Microsoft went down 3 points. You remember that scene when he smashed the cans in the supermarket? He was it.
And there is no telling how many people actually tried that particular deal. There's no telling how many people actually tried that and see if
After
they could try to
seeing the
get
movie.
away with it one way or
Yeah.
another. It has really made this race a little bit weird right here, Wesley. If you think about it, like I said, top 13 separated himself by 3 seconds over the rest of the field. So you got a top 13 up here trying to roll with it and go about another 20 laps to the end of stage number 2. Could get a little bit dicey, could get a little bit interesting right here. These guys try to keep it straight right here. Nothing happens crazy. These top 13, they'll be running it for stage points. 3 of them is going to basically get screwed out of the points. That's just how it is. But get very interesting right here in these last 20 laps.
And here they come now, pushing down the back straightaway. There's a push here. There's a push there. Jacob, did you know that Hardee's has made a Bubba Wallace meal?
I do now.
God help us. The Bubba Wallace Full Throttle Meal features 5 spicy chicken tenders that Bubba loves, buffalo ranch sauce that he loves, natural cut fries. Oh, and by the way, adults, kids, you get a die-cast car as well.
I bet it's a 164th scale. I bet you ain't going to get a 124th out of it. No way in hell you get a big one. You're going to get a Matchbox car.
Yeah.
The second pack's just absolutely died right here. I mean, these don't have the numbers or the help, rather, to try to help themselves. Scruggs now leading that second pack with Joey Stires, and they're all lined up. Don't get me wrong, but they're not double wide, nothing like that. Every single one of them's in line. It's just the second guy has got to get the shove. He's got to shove Scruggs. What's going to happen? The third guy behind Stires, the Hillbilly, he's got to get up there. He's got to shove Stires. The guy behind him, everybody's got to be tightly packed to have a shot to try to catch this pack up here. I mean, hell, they're going 2 wide, most of them. They're single file right up here with a couple of them straggling up there on that outside lane. But single file line, it's not about the numbers. It's got to be about the pushing and everything else. They're talking about Scruggs possibly having damage, though. That could affect it.
Yeah, you see him talking about
that. Seeing if Scruggs had any, because we're losing on that back.
He says, be nice to me. Be nice to me, and I'll be nice to you. Scruggs on the back doors, Joey Stires. You're hearing that conversation.
Colton is wondering.
Nate Maurer, how much damage are you having? So, Colton Hogan is wondering. That's what they're talking about. How much damage do you have, Nate Maurer?
Hold on, I'm going high, stay low.
Look at that. Maurer up high. I'm going high, stay low. He sure did. He said, I'm going to go high, you stay low. They passed me. That's exactly what they're doing there, Jacob. What awesome communication there.
This ought to be a sponsored segment right here. Race Communications presented by somebody right here. Literally, hey, you know what? Race Communications presented by the Door Banging Download. There you go. I mean,
if you'll ever bring it back. If you'll ever bring it back.
Well, yeah.
You never even dropped the download you said you were doing a month ago. I was intently waiting for it. It's the birthday, But I do understand life and busy and work and babies and wives and. Let me quote the word wives. Wife. I meant wife, not wives.
Yeah, wife. Yeah.
You're not a freak. You know, because
yeah, we're not rolling with wives. I guarantee you on that one right there. If I was, my wife would know about it, then I would be divorced.
She'd be like, what? What am I going to say? Wives? I didn't know you were wives.
Laurel won. Shane Scott up to third now, up on the outside. Battles cheer with Mongo's the lead. Closing in on third, 16 to go in stage number 2.
In still, I mean, these guys double wide up here at the front, battling it out. Holiday right in behind Buzzy Mongo. Shane Scott trying to get up here and get him a lap traffic up here in front of him. That's Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog, as they're fixing to work their way down to the inside. He was the one that was upside down going down the backstretch off of that last crash that we had. The last crash that brought out the caution. They're still working their way and still gaining on the second pack. I mean, second pack still is not catching them with all this racing that's going on up here in the front pack.
Going high, going low. Mezas better be nice. We're 3 wide behind him on the bottom. Hey, see, that's the hood. I don't know why you're afraid, Jeff. Dean, to show the hood. You can show the hood. Raw Meza. There's a bumbling, stuttering, stumbling guy there for a moment. Raw Mess up the middle. We're 3 wide. Hang on, Lion. Wow, Lions up top. Pappas on the bottom. What a quiet year for Phil Pappas, by the way, Jacob.
Very quiet,
maybe not.
Very quiet right now, but he's trying to make it happen. Here they go. Hunter Parsons right up the middle. And Taylor Peacock trying to help him out as well. Raul Mesla's going to slide back as well all the way to the back of this. He was up there possibly going for the lead. Now he is shuffled all the way back to the 13th spot as Parsons trying to go for the drive for 5 and have 5 wins this season here with the DSR Electric Truck Series. Now he's up at the front.
What a year for this guy, man. I'm telling you. Still not done.
Yeah, Barnett, your whole right side fender is gone.
There you go. You hear more communication. They're telling him that he's got some technical issues there. Barnett, Hillbilly, badly damaged. Look at the damage on the right front of the 42. He's going to have to get that checked out unless he can try to stay till the end of stage 2, presented by Glass Mechanic. Right now, it is Cofield leading.
Bad thing about that, though, Wesley, if you think about it, for the Hillbilly, gets kicked to the back of all that. He's got nobody behind him to help give him the shove, so he is going to have to rely on serious Parsons up on the top side. Cofield right there in the middle as well. They may end up splitting the Alabama native stuck in the middle. He's going to go backwards in a hurry. Lines up here at the front, though. But yeah, with the Hillbilly, with the damage that he has, he's going to have to make sure that he can tuck straight in line because he's got nobody behind him to try to help him out.
Closing in now on 12 to go when they come back to the line. Right now, it is now Lions leading. Scott behind him on the bottom. Up top, Mongold still inside. Up top now, the 91 of Parsons. He'll now get a nice little push there from Peacock. Lap traffic in the way. They come back to the triangle. Look at this. Everything is broken down into 3 or 4 different packs as they go into turn number 1, Jacob.
Yeah, Lions up here at the front with Hunter Parsons behind him. Parsons says, nope, not today. I'll go from the middle. Jump down to the bottom. Peacock thought about it. Holiday thinking about it as well, trying to hold his line. Parsons down to the inside. Lions up top. You got Peacock. You got Shane Scott. Brian Chew, Buzzy Mongo, J.D. Larson, Tyler Goodwin. Cofield up here in this mix with Pappas, Hubbard, Blanchard, and Meza, the top 13, as they work their way coming off of turn number 4.
When do you jump out of line? When do you make your move? Right now, Lions on the high side leading. As they work with more lap traffic up ahead, down into the corner into turn 1. There's the Owensboro, Kentucky driver now, Lucas Lyons, leading lap traffic up against the outside safer barrier. And while that goes on, here comes a battle. Peacock going after the leader, Lyons. He's boxed in. He can't go nowhere. Brian Chew knows it. He'll go 3 wide. Lyons shuts the door and blocks the 51 as they go to 3. Wow!
Up top as well as they're going to work their way. They will, for a split second, beat 3 wide with the lap traffic up on the top side. Lucas Lyons to the front. Holiday will flip-flop the second. How about J.D. Larson up here at the front? He thinking a little bit more, baby. Jumping on down to the inside, but no help to the 98 of J.D. Larson, the 98 Ford. No help behind him. Here comes some help. Taylor Peacock in the 81 says, I'll give you a little bit of a love tap. And now Chew's going to jump down to the bottom side. Lead has swapped numerous times with 10 to go.
Numerous changes for the lead as they work that back stretch now. Lyons in front, Cofield right behind him. So is also Hubbard. First time we've mentioned the Mobile 131 in the top 5. Now goes Raw Meza, Servberg, green, white, 37 up top. And while that goes on, here they come now, working off of turn number 4, coming down to the line now, under 10 remaining here in Class Mechanics stage number 2. It is Lyons now, holding on to the point. Meza drops down low. He's got friends. He's on the inside as they work in 4.
Yeah,
coming to the
still
line.
trying to make it happen right here. Stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic with 9 laps to go. Lyons still up here at the front with help from this Bandits Motorsports teammate, Jonathan Cofield. Hell, add Hubbard to the mix as well. Hubbard working with the Bandits Motorsports guys. For the most part, everything has calmed down up here at the front of the field. Nobody tried to go 3-4 wide as of yet.
Can't believe you just said that.
Just a little bit right here, Dustin, so I'm cool down.
I think that was Mark Cofield there telling him, let me get out of line here. Come on, get off me. By the way, Mark Cofield in the back right now, the 15th spot. His brother is Jonathan Cofield in second. Father, son from Mumford, Alabama, as you said. Jacob down the back straight away, coming to 7 to go. Blanchard, big push from lap truck Brady LaBeouf in the 24 to the inside.
Seeing out there in some of the live chat right now, Wesley, you need some chicken salt for that voice. Not sure what's going on with that one. You got some
Nigel.
beef?
That's Nigel. That's Nigel. I know who that is. That's Nigel. That's my buddy from Australia. We always be talking about chicken salt. That's a very popular. It's good. You need to get some, Jacob.
I don't know about that. I'm thinking somewhere around the Brandon Broadfoot area with the red,
it'll change
white,
your
and
life.
blue Smirnoff.
It'll change your life. It'll change your life. That's all I'm gonna say.
That
It'll
red,
change
white,
your
blue
life.
Smirnoff might change my life. One of them.
No, not any of that nasty Smirnoff drinks. I'm talking about chicken salt. It'll change your life. That's Dean, he'll tell you. 6 to go here when they come to the line in stage 2. As right now it is Cofield leading. Alabama proud, Talladega proud, Jonathan Cofield leading.
This second pack right here, you see them right here. Wesley Allen, Dustin Scruggs leading this second pack. At one point, they were 4 seconds back from the pack up here that is racing with Blanchard leading. They have damn near cut it in half. They got 6 laps to make it work. They're 2.5 seconds back from this pack, which is now double wide up here at the first. Scruggs and company may have a chart. You see them barely back there on the right side corner of your screen. 44 of you watching in live chat. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button here for the NASRA 360 Racing Network. But Blanchard up on the top side. Still got to worry about that inside. Still got to make something happen. Lucas Lyons dives down hard with his teammate right behind him.
The machine shoving, battling. Lyons now going back to the lead behind with a push by Blanchard. Cofield powers back on the bottom. Top 5, 6 rows now, door to door. 5 to go now in stage number 2. Top 5 on the radio is Lyons, Cofield, Blanchard, Meza, and Hubbard.
You're listening to the CRN Community Radio Network. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Talladega Glass Mechanic stage number 2 nears a close here in the Millie's Restaurant and Catering 250. Lions in the lead, but there are some snarling hungry dogs going after him in one, Jacob.
Yep, one driver down here on the bottom side, right up behind Jonathan Cofield. Brady LaBeouf, 3 laps down, could play a factor into who ends up winning the stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic. Cofield down on the bottom, Lyons up top, Blanchard behind Lyons, LaBeouf right in behind Cofield as well. Meza up here into this mix as well, with Hubbard lined up with him to help as well. LaBeouf tried to at least get 1 lap back, if possible, get up here in front of Lyons and Cofield, try to help himself at least be 2 laps down on the field. Bontrager currently with a lucky dog being 1 lap down.
Remember we talked about Brady LaBeouf and had trouble starting the night. Brady LaBeouf now only 3 laps down. He tries to get up in front of the leaders who would put him back at 2 laps down. If he doesn't hit when they do, he can take the wave around and get a lap back. Meanwhile, Cofield just kind of dropping in and out of frame there for just a moment. 3 to go, stage number 2. Cofield, Lyons side by side. Lap truck, Brady LaBeouf alongside Blanchard. There goes also Meza and Hubbard down the back straightaway.
And this may be by design right here, Wesley, with obviously Cofield and Lyons being up here at the front, occupying both of these lanes, possibly just trying to help themselves and try to make it happen. As we're hearing something about pit stops, Blanchard way up the hill, looking to spin her back up. Tyler Goodwin in the 13 gets sideways. A couple of them hitting right here, and we're spinning for the record coming into the pits.
It's Gary. Matt Cherry, the defending champion, involved. Kerry Tribune, Kerry Bontrager. Something happened when one zigged, they should have zagged, and then they all got collected. Whoa!
I need a black cleared for going through the pit. Got that push car by.
Caution out.
Wow. Sorry, Haney, I was already on the fence, man.
And you hear some of the communication. Listen.
Expected something like that. I was slowing down.
Goodwin dropped to the top, to the bottom of the apron. It made everybody check up from there. And then there's the contact. Cherry into Kerry to, into Kerry Tribune, Tribune into Scott. And then they all go spinning. Here comes Bontrager. Oh, man.
Well, Wesley, that's one of these things that we see when we come to Daytona and here at Talladega. It's the big packs of the bump drafting and just some of the moves that gets made. There you see Shane Scott. He actually gets into Goodwin, sends him sideways.
Everybody
panics up and the bam. I mean, it's game over. Tribute gets set, goes down in the Cherry, gets Scott, and it's basically just dominoes from there. Everybody just kind of getting a piece of it. Others just trying to take evasive action, trying to mess with it. Watch Tribute sliding back up the hill right here. We got a couple of them. They've been working their way through the trouble. Back got ran over. Watch again. Goodwin gets tapped from him. Here comes Cherry. He gets into Tribute. Tribute gets into Scott.
Wow.
And then Cherry gets tagged once again.
Man, Shane Scott got involved in it twice. I mean, he tapped Goodwin, then he got hit again from Kerry Tribune.
I need a black clear for passing under yellow.
Wow. Everybody, and I mean everybody, is on pit road except for Van Rattle. Maybe Brady LaBeouf will stay on track so he can take a wave around and get back another lap here that he was a lap down, Jacob. That might be the strategy that 24 needs to do, because honestly, this might be also the end of stage number 2.
That was a drag race.
I believe that's exactly what it's going to be. It should be the end of stage number 2. Craig Bontrager showing that he's going to get the lucky dog in the 49, so he will go back on the lead lap.
Hell, Cofield, if you're going to speed, you should have got the lead.
Here's some of the conversation there, Van Rattle. And look at this, guys. No, look at this. You see the 24. You see that Brady LaBeouf, Jacob, you saw the strategy I'm telling you about. Brady LaBeouf now stays in front of the leaders, even though Aaron Van Rattle did not pit. He'll be showed as the new leader, but with that being said, Brady LaBeouf is waiting for the waiver round. When the race director tells him to go past the pace truck, he will. That gets one of his laps back. That's a smart strategy on the 24 right now because he's out of sequence with everybody else. He's right now 2 laps down. He takes the waiver round. He's 1 lap down when they take the 1 to go, Jacob. The only difference is Brady LaBeouf has got to be at max speed because they're coming to the green flag next time by.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to have to basically get up on his horse and send it right here. Be able to try to come back around and get it. Not sure who got the stage. Might have been Van Rada who got it. Possibly, but actually, I think it's going to be Aaron Van Rada for being able to make this happen right here because he stayed out to get the stage win. Remember, it's at the end of lap 60. Unless he pits, which looks like he's coming in.
This is Jacob. The stage was called when the accident happened. So whoever was out in front when the accident happened, it froze. That's who your stage winner was. I believe it was the driver of Cofield.
I believe it was.
So, yeah. So when all this happened, when the caution come out, that froze the field. So it looks like it's Jonathan Cofield in the front. There it is. Yes, so Cofield's going to win the stage. Because they were so close to the end of the stage when the caution come out, they point blank said this is the end of the stage. So there you go. Cofield will win stage number 2. And you see, Jacob, Brady LaBeouf is gone.
How's the fuel tank there, JJ?
Full. Oh, there.
He said full. My tank is full.
We'll bring Cofield up here. Bring him on up since he was the winner of stage 2 presented by the. Yeah, I think we got a little bit of time. We're back and pull him up here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see.
You interview him. Jonathan, Jacob's going to talk to you real quick. Stage 2 winner. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, Jonathan, buddy, gets a stage 2 win, buddy. Congratulations. Pretty hectic out there right now.
I don't know if I got the stage 2 win or not.
I think you did. I think you did. You don't think you did?
I don't think I did. It was the end. It was at the end of lap 60, coming to 60. And we all had pit, and I spent on pit road, and here we are.
Oh, damn. How's the race going for you so far, buddy?
You know, I hate this place, but here we are. It's going all right so far.
He said, I hate this place.
Short and sweet. I guess we'll send it back. Get ready for a restart here. Jonathan, buddy, good luck the rest of the race.
Hope it goes green.
We need to find out who the hell won stage number 2.
Might have been Jeffrey Johnson Jr. He's the one that stayed out right here. He did not pit. Wesley,
yeah, because Van Randall came down pit road, so maybe it is Jeffrey Johnson. We're going back to green, ladies and gentlemen. Under 45 to go. Green flag at Talladega. Ready to settle this one here in the Millie's Restaurant and Catering 250 at Talladega.
Let's bring Jeffrey up here while we're at it. Go ahead and interview him because of the stage 2 win. I'm just kidding. Johnson up here sitting in the lead. Pitted on lap 32, so that will be very interesting for him. He's able to get the stage points. But now, watch him. Pulls all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack, knowing that he doesn't have the fuel to try to make it happen. He just pulls on down, gets the stage points, will drop to the back, and eventually have to make a pit stop. You see the gas gauge right there for the 33. Bad way for him. Applies Chew, Peacock, and others as they work their way off of turn 4.
It is now Chew leading up on the... Oh, we got trouble, guys. In the tri-oval, trucks are spinning, wrecking. Lumpkin, Barnett.
Let the pace car by.
Others crashing. Yellow flag. Shane Trotter, stage 1 winner on the binders to miss them. And caution will fly. 4th yellow, lap number 62. Just at the start of stage number 3, the yellow is out again. Man.
Another driver that was in that, it looked like it was Keith Haney in the 67, got a piece of it as well. Watch again, Haiti down there on the bottom. You see Lumpkin looked like he took a shot.
Oh, wow.
Actually, that was
Oh,
Hillbilly.
wow.
Tried to go
I need
4
an
wide,
EOL,
got
TJ, with
Lumpkin,
EOL, get
sends
back
it
to
down,
roll.
gets into Haiti, and then a couple of them take hellacious hits right here. Haiti, one of them, bam, straight up into the outside rotated wall.
Can I have my black
Others
cleared? I was
having
going down pit
issues
road
as
for
well. I
the
think
penalty
Hillbilly
when
took
the
a
caution
hard
came
hit
out.
as well, knocked, or that was Pappas rather, knocked off
Yeah.
the whole right front of his machine.
You say no?
Saw Hole trying to make it happen, and he just didn't stop, man. The hole just closed up so fast they wasn't able to make it turn around.
So gave him a black flag for a close pit.
Somebody was requesting for a black flag cleared.
Did he
Race
get to
director,
the
they said
commitment
no.
line, though?
Listen to
It
this.
don't matter if you don't pit on when it opens. He didn't pit when the first time by, so we came to 2 to go. He pitted then. Pit road was already closed.
Yes, I understand that. I'm asking if he got to the commitment line to serve a penalty.
So there's conversation going on with a driver, Jacob, asking for a black flag to be cleared. They're saying that he illegally pitted. He pitted when the pit road was closed. So you do get a penalty for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those iffy situations right there. I mean, you stay out. In that particular instance, that's the craziest thing, how it is here at Talladega. When you come around, the pit's open for the lead lap trucks, as we're still seeing the replays from the caution. Thought we might have got confirmation from race director TJ Moore right there, but basically what it is that the pits will open for all the lead lap trucks and also for the lap trucks. They will all jump on down pit road and come down. Drivers that decided to stay out right there, and Van Rotta being one of them, it pitted right there with that second, right before they was going to get ready to take the 1 to green. Pits is closed at that particular point in time. So if you pit at that particular point in time, you get a black flag for that. If a pits is closed when you try to make a pit stop, you're going to have a penalty and you have to serve that. So I don't understand what the beef is going on with why they're saying what they're saying out of that, but pits was open when everybody went down, when Brian Chew, Peyton Hubbard, Lucas Lyons, all these guys went down pit road at that particular point in time. But the drivers that decided to go around and then come back before they took the 1 to green, pit is closed at that particular point in time. That's how it's always been here at Talladega. So if you decided to pit that second time around, you get busted for the black flag and penalty. It is what it is. But there ain't nothing the race director can do about that.
The 18 and the 32 are going to receive drive-thrus for that caution. What?
Telling us that the 18 and the 32 are being given drive-through penalties.
TJ, he came from the wall all the way down and blew the nose of my truck off.
That's Justin Lumpkin and the 32 of Chris Ellis. Wow.
This is good. I love having the in-race communications. I love this. This is good stuff.
Love you, Steve.
Flipping me off, you just get
He just say something about you can flick me off if you want to.
He's flipping you off. He just don't see it yet, but yeah, I'm looking at the 32. I'm looking to see where the 32 is in all this. That's Hillbilly Steve Barnett right there that gets into him. Might have bet the 42.
I think
Steve
he meant the
Barnett,
42. I really do. Did he mean the 42?
Yeah. I'd say
I think he meant the 42, not the 32. So if I'm Chris Ellis too, I'd be pleading my case. I'm like, dude, the 42 was in the crash, not me. I'm only human. Okay, that's the song for the race director. Okay, I think it's the 42 and the 18.
I mean, look right here. I mean,
yeah. It's a 42 and the 18. You might need to clarify yourself, TJ, more to let everybody know you made a retraction here. That's probably why Ellis said, what the hell did I do wrong? Why am I getting penalized? Is it? By the way, Ellis is 13th, so he's really going to fight that, right? He's going to say, no, I didn't do nothing wrong.
Well, my in-race reporter, Double L, Lucas Lyons, just sent me a message. He actually did say the 42, not the 32. So apparently TGD still needs to get that mic right.
We are 32. We are 32. He said 42 and 32. Okay, might have said 32 the first time. It said 42, but we thought he said 32 as well. And I think Ellis did as well, because that was Chris Ellis saying, why did I get gone? Why got to go to the back for? What did I do wrong? So he might have retracted himself and we didn't hear it. Now, all right, everybody, we're about to go back to green. This is not over yet. We have got 40 laps to go. Less than 40 to go here in Talladega. 49 to go at the line. Here they come back inside the United Rentals restart zone. Ready to go back at it again with Chew and Hubbard. Keep an eye on Lyons and Peacock Scruggs. Front two trucks up over 30 spots to get to the lead as we go back to green in turn 1 and 2, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, Chew tried to jump up on the outside lane, block the advance for Hubbard, but Hubbard found a hole, jumped down in front. Lyons got tagged right there coming off a tube. Be careful with that. Bump drafted in the corners, you can do that. You can bump draft whatever the hell you want to, but be careful with that bump draft coming off the corner. You easily spin the guy out in front of you. How about the Larsons? Both of them, Cole Larson and his daddy, J.D. Larson, lined up right behind him, but that's the only help that Cole Larson has. Outside lane, nobody up there to help the Larsons as Peyton Hubbard leads them all forward.
Oh, the sound of those awesome trucks down the back straightaway.
Bernie, you want to lift a little bit and I'll push you? Okay.
He said, you want to be pushed? I'll push you, I help you, we'll be friends. Brady LaBeouf is right there on that in the middle of all that going on. Right? That shows you, by the way, Jacob, how good Brady LaBeouf's truck is. Look at him right there in the middle of the pack. There he is. Look at this. Yeah. But Brady LaBeouf is smartly working his way back into this thing. I promise you, we get some more cautions, Jacob Reeves. Brady LaBeouf is going to be fighting for this win. He's only a lap down now. Caution comes out. He's back in the game.
Yeah, I mean, easily, and right now in the lucky dog spot. He went 4 laps down at one point, Wesley Allen. Caution comes out. 24 is back in this bad boy. And I got to tell you, if history repeats itself here in Talladega, Wesley Allen, usually you're going to have some cautions right here in stage 3 because drivers is going to start sending it. They're going to start making moves. They're going to start making aggressive moves, very aggressive moves, and erratic moves as well. So it ain't over with by a long shot. I think we ain't saw the last of the 24 of Brady LaBeouf.
Up on 35 to go now. Larson on the bottom. That is Peacock pushing him. Hubbard trying to hold on to the lead. Not anymore. Cole Larson got that Maui burst with the help of Peacock. Pushing him to the top. And now here comes the 41. Lions up high. 3 wide. Will we go 3 wide? Nope, not yet. Yep, here we go again. Brian Chew makes the party happen, and there goes Hubbard with a block.
Now Hubbard way up on the top side trying to make it happen as well. Puts the block, helps himself. But Lucas Lyons 3 wide up here at the front for the lead. Justice up here, Ellis is up here, Jeremiah Hone, all these drivers up here at the front. But that's 77 of Curtis Banks. We ain't talked about him all race long, up 21 spots from the start of the race. Curtis Banks in the 77 Ram trying to mix it up here with the front with these boys.
Lions now. Oh boy, Curtis Banks right in the middle. And he's by himself. Nobody's going to hang with him. Now we're 5 or 6 3 wide. 6 by 3. 18 trucks now. All in a big scramble of traffic for the lead. Look at this now. Brian Chew up high. Push with Joey Stiers to go to the lead. And no, Larson throws the block and stays on the bottom.
Wow, J.D. Larson with Cole Larson in tow. Father-son duo trying to mix it up. And either one of them possibly looking for their very first win here with NASRA. J.D. Larson stuck in the middle with Hubbard running behind him. Chew up top. Larson down low. 3 wide for the lead at Talladega. How many times have we said that, Wesley Allen?
Man, I'm telling you. Too many times, buddy. Too many times. And we're being told that these drivers are going to have to make another pit stop unless it's a caution or if it's green flag pit stops. We don't think they got enough fuel, Jacob, to go to the end of the race right now. Larson leads them, and they're still 3 wide behind him going into turn number 2.
Oh, baby, still mixing it up. Holla Daddy Brian Chew up on the top side. Got a little sideways with the help of Joey Stiers. J.D. Larson stuck right there in the middle. Hubbard goes with him. Lines will go with Hubbard. Larson down on the inside. He's got Peacock as well, trying to help him as well. Curtis Banks stuck smack dab in the middle. Larson leading them off of turn number 4.
You know who wants to see something happen? Brady LaBeouf. Because if it does, Brady LaBeouf can get right back in here and battle. Look at him right now, just kind of hanging in the back, staying out of the way of this pack. There's a storm brewing, Jacob. There is a storm brewing. Something's going to break loose. And if it does, this is going to be exactly what Brady LaBeouf, Season 2 champion, needed. It's Hubbard up the middle, pushed by the Machine Lions. 3 wide up in the front. They're playing bumper cars as Brian Chew got turned. There it goes. I told you. Mongo dives to miss him, and now Holt goes spinning. More trucks are crashing. Tyler Justice involved, and it happened with Brian Chew first, bouncing off the safer barrier out of turn 2.
Wow, big shot for Brian Chew. Got tagged by Joey Stiers right there behind him. Tyler Justice was there.
Wow.
But it one night it did. Garth Brooks, good Lord, look at this right here. Just bad bump draft. I talked about that, Wesley. Bump drafting coming off of the corners. Bam, game over. Cole Larson, the youngster, smack dab in this as well, gets tagged. Numerous drivers, Justice, Scruggs, Larson, Jeremiah Holt going around taking a spin as well. Joey Stiers in the middle of this as well. Wow, Shane Trotter looked like he just sneaked through it as well.
Look at that. Just, I knew it was going to happen, and there it is. Everybody all sandwiched up together. They slammed, they bammed, they hit the wall. Oh, and by the way, Brady LaBeouf now back on the lead lap.
JD, you're so dumb, dude.
I was trying to select my fuel and tires, man. It came up too damn quick. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Coming, Joey.
Joey Stiers, I believe, is getting.
Race car's at, and he still decided to go full throttle.
98's going to receive an ear well for the ARCA braking into the 41.
They're calling the caution on either Joey Stiers and or the 41 of Lucas Lyons.
17 ain't catching up.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to get one too.
You agree?
Same
Jacob,
here.
what do you think?
Come on, Buzzy.
Well, there's a lot of communication going on right here.
They pit. They will be able to go to the finish of the race as well. Now this should take them able to. They should be able to pit to the finish of the race here. So I'm wondering if the 41. They're saying the 41 and or 23 or both are caused for the accident here. So we're looking here.
I think that right there, that's just a racing incident with the 23, but something else happened. Something else happened after this. after
Sorry,
all
man,
of
I
this
went to slow
crashing.
down
So
and lock
keep
them-
it right here with
They don't
Lucas
care if it's
Lyons
6
because
minutes.
something
Trying to
happened.
select tires and
From what I'm
just came up too
understanding
quick.
from
I'm
Lucas
sorry.
Lyons, there was contact between him and
I
JD
tried to
Larson
avoid it.
after the fact, after the caution was
I
thrown.
mean, ain't nobody called
So
out
something
that
was
they were
amiss
checking
right
up
here
or
with the
nothing,
41,
so
the
I
98.
wasn't
That's
in the
what
relative.
Lucas Lyons
I
was
checking
telling me
tires.
about. That's what the beef and all that stuff is going on with some of the communications that we've been hearing.
That's why they call them accidents, JD. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
No one's
they're
perfect.
still talking about the JD Larson deal.
No, I think it was just a front.
Wow.
Well, there it is. Wow. So Larson saying I didn't do it intentionally, the 41. He's saying I didn't do it intentionally. So this is after the caution happened. And locks it up. That's what yeah. I don't think that was intentional, Jacob. I don't think he meant to hit the 41 on purpose.
I don't think so. But, from
Caution's
what,
on the 23, though. Joey Stires will be the cause of the caution.
Yeah, I mean, Joey Stires, obviously, he gets the cause of it. Bray LaBeouf gets the lucky dog, but I still think that was just a racing incident, just a bad bump draft gone wrong right there off the corner. It's one of the things, it is what it is, but from what I thought I heard him say was that Lyons is going to get an ARCA braking penalty for ARCA braking on the 98. I don't understand that one as to what the deal was with that. I don't understand all that, but watch it again with Stires right here. Like I said, I think this is just one of those racing incidents. Granted, there's a lot of drivers that got involved in this, but I mean, he is shoving him coming off a turn two. It's one of those no-nos, but you got to get aggressive right here at the end. He just got a little bit up under him, tagged him in the left rear, sends him down the racetrack, and around goes Brian Chew.
Something we haven't done in a while. Let's take a break. We'll step away and do that as you see the end result of another massive crash. Many contenders involved. A new contender back in the battle. Brady LaBeouf is back on the lead lap after being 4 laps down. The continuation from Talladega when we return.
Starbase, 1552 Comics. Suit up and head over to Whatnot Live to fight your way to save your collection. Our command center has comic books, action figures, posters, autographs, Funko Pops, and many other collectibles. If you can't make it live, fly on over to our eBay and Amazon stores. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook because being informed is part of the battle. Starbase 1552 Comics is a proud supporter of the iRacing's North American Sim Racing Association League. Starbase 15.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Figured out who was driving the 98.
Driver communication still continues, and Jacob Reeves has a clarification as we get ready to go back to green on lap number 76.
Yeah, we're going back to green. Obviously, there's a little bit of clarification of what is going on. JD Larson's getting busted for the ARCA braking that was going on. We thought it was Lucas Lyons. Once again, there was some miscommunication, and it was not the fact that it was intentional what Larson did. It was the fact that that Lucas Lyons lost 9 spots out of all that. So I agree 100% with something we said a while back, Wesley, as they were working their way off turn 2. We all need to pitch in. We need to get TJ Moore a new microphone because it's hard to keep up with what he's saying sometimes.
There you go. Welcome to the to the black hole that is Talladega. Sometimes you're the windshield and sometimes you're the bug. Ready to settle it here now. Under 30 to go. Hubbard in the lead. Ellis second. Cofield, Tribune, and Goodwin top 5. And now look at this, all back into the corner.
Pass him to Brady.
Deep on this ride, thank you.
Brady LaBeouf, I'm understanding, hanging back. And Brady LaBeouf's in trouble. Oh, no. Brady might be out of this race, guys. Oh, no. Brady LaBeouf.
That looked,
Somebody
honestly,
hit Brady.
That looked like a mechanical failure, like a steering wheel failure or something like that. I mean, that's mechanical, Wesley. I mean, he just shoots hard left right there, like the wheel shut off for the 24.
Brady, what happened to you? Are you out of the race, buddy?
Yeah, I'm having some computer issues tonight, so just one of those nights.
And that's got to suck, too, because you were down by 4 laps, and you worked your way all the way back to the lead lap.
Yeah, it's just my luck tonight, Wesley.
Damn, Wesley just poured on right there with the 4 laps down and everything else. but
hang
Brady,
on, guys, for 3 wide.
Yeah, 3 wide up here at the front. Brady, what can we expect for the rest of this race? You think it's going to get real chaotic?
Oh yeah, it's starting to ramp up and the pressure's on right now. It's go time. I believe everybody can make it on fuel from here. They're just going to be going for it.
There you go. There's the thoughts of Mr. Brady LaBeouf. But an absolute valiant effort, so hard to come back in this thing, and he'll have to settle now for being out of the race for NASRA Racing Esports. Back underway now. Cofield in the lead. That is Mark Cofield, by the way, not Jonathan Cofield, who also has led some laps. Here comes Ellis on the bottom. He's got Kerry Tribune. Shane Scott to the inside. We are 3 wide again. This is what happened the last time with the Storm Brew, Jacob, going into the corner.
Yeah, and it's already getting a little bit interesting. Goodwin down on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's going to shove Shane Scott all the way down below the double yellow line. Cofield gets tagged. Mark Cofield hard in the outside. The freedom wall caution is out. We got another big one.
Cofield, Hogan, Scott, Haney, others, Blanchard, Meza. Ladies and gentlemen, the parking lot party you don't want to be a part of has happened again in turn 3. Oh, my goodness. We are scattered, smothered, and covered.
Appreciate that. Good one.
You see Mark Cofield right there just kind of slide down just a little bit. Might have spooked Goodwin a little bit. He comes down, gets Shane Scott. Then it just kind of spooks Cofield, and then Goodwin just turns right back up the racetrack, gets Cofield, sends him sideways, goes down into Shane Scott, and bam, hard in the outside rotated wall. Dean, I got a feeling we might want to ride on board with Mark Cofield. Jonathan Cofield as well in this. We got to ride on board with Mark Cofield. That was a hard ride. Right, Wesley, here we go again. Hide your kids, hide your wives, and hide your ex-wives. This is going to be a rough one right here. Rough ride right here with Mark Cofield.
Watch this and listen. Wow.
That'll be on the number 13 for causing that caution. You see the drive.
Caution being called on Goodwin. Tyler Goodwin called for being the cause of the caution. He was in 6th. Watch this again. Watch the replay. And I think that's a good call there, Jacob. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, he just moves down right here, and he actually tries to slide up just a little bit, which we'll see going into 3. But watch it again. Cofield did come down, kind of spooks Goodwin a little bit. He comes down, gets Shane Scott, knocks him sideways. And then after that, Goodwin tries to straighten it out. But Scott all the way down below the double yellow line. Tried to move up a little bit. Door checks. Cofield actually door checks him or door bangs him twice, matter of fact. Knocks Cofield sideways. Sends Cofield hard up into the outside rotated wall. He goes end over end. Hogan goes there as well. And Shane Scott, he actually goes up into the outside rotated wall very hard as well. Stinker TV, not going to like seeing that one on the instant replay later on this evening. But wow. Goodness gracious.
And remember, you see the 21 right there. Bam. He goes below the double yellow line. That's allowed because he got tapped and pushed
Too much damage.
below the double yellow line. And then he gets collected. My God, what a hit. Let's go on board with Jonathan Cofield, Dean. By the way, Bigglestein hopped in. Phenomenal job with the production of this, as always. The 58, we saw what happened with Mark Cofield. Jonathan Cofield, Jacob, you mentioned him a moment ago. Let's see what it was like for him. Because both Cofield
hates this place.
Both Cofield's involved in the crash. Take a listen. Here it comes.
Wow.
Wow.
And you hear the explosion with some of the engines blowing right there. That just basically gives you a meatball flag. A bunch of meatball flags going to pop up.
Yep.
Here in this one, especially after that crash right there. Nate Maurer, 971, got a piece of it. Here is Chris Blanchard in the 9. He tried to miss it. He went low, tried to miss it. Meza goes up the hill. I mean, literally, picky poison on who got caught up in it. Damn near everybody did, except for maybe the top 5, top 6 drivers, with the exception of Tyler Goodwin, who started the whole accident.
Lady Luck deals a bad hand again to the drivers. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Another look at it. One more time. Look at this. Wow. Carl Meza. All-time starter. All-time starter of NASRA. 574 tonight, and still not going to be able to find that first ever win.
And Wesley, I talked about this as well, previous times, about some of these wrecks that these drivers are having. Granted, folks, we know this is a simulation. This is what some people call a video game, if you want to put it that way, but I still look at this as a simulation because this is damn near the closest thing you can
Closest thing to the realest you ever do.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. And the real boys simulate and get in the simulator every week before they go to the tracks. Just saying. Formula One, IndyCar, NASCAR, you name it, they do it.
Yeah, I mean, and some of these hits that these guys are having, some of these guys have wheels that literally makes you feel every single bump that's going on. The force feedback can jerk the wheel left and right. So some of these impacts that these drivers are having can literally jerk the wheels clean out of their hands. Got to be careful with that because you can get injuries depending on how much force feedback you got or what kind of wheel you got or what position that wheel's in, where your hand is. You get your wrist sprained, break a finger. I've known drivers, they get in there and they broke fingers just because the wheel's slapping clay out of their hands and spinning so fast after they made hard contact with outside retaining wall, and it crashed just like that. Spins around, gets their finger, and it breaks their finger right there at the knuckle. So I mean, it is somewhat dangerous, but I mean, it sounds stupid, really, on a simulation video game, however you want to look at it. But there is risks, and believe it or not, you actually can get injured with some of the hard impacts that we're seeing some of these drivers have.
We've actually, as you're on board with Justin Lumpkin, by the way, we've actually heard where drivers, Jacob, have messed their hand, broke their hand, their wrist, injured their arm because of accidents, because of the jarring of or the frantic motion of getting involved in an accident, and just they get a sprain. Or
one's going to receive a drive-through for not maintaining minimum.
41 Lucas Lyons being given a penalty for not maintaining speed.
Maintaining minimum.
41 Lucas Lyons giving up the lead. He has to come in for a pass-through penalty for not maintaining the minimum speed under caution. Boy, he's not messing around, race director TJ Moore here, Jacob, as we come back to green here. The 41's going to have to come down pit road. He's going to give up the lead and possibly the win.
Yeah, I think TJ Moore actually loves Halloween, handing out candy and everything, because he's handing these penalties out like candy at Halloween. The trick-or-treaters literally just passing them out left and right. We'll open the door now for carriage review. Dustin Scruggs in the 353 and Peyton Hubbard up here in this mix as well. Everybody with drivers dropping like flies left and right here this evening. So,
wow.
Yeah, Lyons are going to have to pit right here. We'll see what happens. Tribune with the lead.
Everybody has to maintain, even second. You're not down the front row. You still have to maintain.
He is saying that everybody has to maintain, and he did not. Wow. So, 2 drivers having to come down. Tyler Goodwin and the 41 of Lions. And that might have just eliminated their opportunity to win this race now, as we are closing in on 20 to go. Let's go side by side. Premier Racing setup, 20 to go here at Talladega. Mention NASRA, 15% off for your order. 15% off goes back into NASRA's pocket as well. And Gary Tribune now, Jacob, up in front again.
It sure is. Let's see what Gary Tribune can do. Premier Racing setups. There's the code of NASRA. 15%, as Wesley was talking about. Whoa, big slide right there by Hubbard. Almost lost it down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Justin Lumpkin up here into this mix as well had his issues. Just about everybody in the field has had some kind of issue one way or another here tonight. How about Shane Trotter in the 17? Right up here in this mix, Aaron Van Bridle. We saw him have issues. He was down a lap, had to get the lucky dog, get himself back into this mix. He's up here in the P2 spot. And Shane Trotter, as we mentioned, stage 1 winner up here into this mix as well. Going to try to mix it up and try to get him a win here tonight. He talked about it, Wesley. He's just going for it here tonight. Shane Trotter, damn good shot at it right here with 19 laps to go.
That's right. Under 20 remaining. Oh, and the fireworks could still possibly begin to sizzle again. Look who's back up in the battle again. Patiently been hanging back. Shane Trotter, stage 1 winner. How about Hunter Parsons? Peyton Hubbard, Joey Stiers, some new names back up to the front that were from the past. Hang on, guys.
Van Ryder, door banging right there with Gary Tribune. Hunter Parsons right there behind him. How about Matt Cherry? Good Lord. We saw him have some incidents earlier on this season. He's up here in this mix now as well. And Cole Larson, we thought he was completely out of this with a big one that happened when Stiers got into Chew and sent him around. Larson got a piece of it as well. Here he is up here behind Dustin Scruggs, still trying to go for that very first win of his career.
That's still not done. Another lap on the board here. They'll come to the line. Scruggs now leading the way. One of the original drivers of NASRA back in the day up in front here at Talladega.
This is normal right here, Wesley Allen, to see everybody just kind of drop it in single file formation. I got a feeling they're going to ride like this quite some time, to be honest with you. I mean, a bunch of these guys pitted on 81, they pitted on 74, so they should be good to go all the way to the end of this race, barring we don't go to overtime. Go to overtime, it's going to throw a whole nother monkey wrench in this thing. Could cause some issues, but single file, I think everybody's just waiting till about 5 to go, and that's when you got to see this 2 and 3 wide kick back up.
Joey Stiers, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs in? As right now, Stiers hanging right to the back of Larson. All this going on now, single file. Down into turn number 3. Look at Scruggs now. Dustin Scruggs up in front. Remember, Jacob Scruggs was crashed in the big one on the backstretch, if you remember, with Brian Chew. He's leading now.
Well, hell, about everybody was mixed up into that big one on the backstretch, Wesley, and a lot of these guys able to make it. Well, I mean, a lot of them was. Look at the lap leaders. I mean, literally, it filled up almost the whole screen. Biggest movers: Chris Ellis up 32, Hubbard up 30, Trotter, stage 1 winner, up 24 with. Watch out for Triple J. Jeffrey Johnson Jr. sitting back there in the 10th spot. Got a damn good shot. Remember, he got his first career win in NASRA here at Talladega last season. coming into the playoffs, and Aaron Van Ryder up 18 spots as well in the 83. Watch out for those drivers. If you got a dark horse out of it, you better watch that 33, Jeffrey Johnson. Got a feeling that he may try to rekindle some history from his very first win in NASRA.
It's all Mother Hubbard, and only Westman's in the cupboard. Here comes now the man up 30 spots. Peyton Hubbard climbing. Curtis Banks, Jeffrey Johnson right there around him as they go back into the corner.
That was close.
J.D. Larson, EOL penalty does not stop him or deter him. He's back in the battle. The Oregon-Illinois driver back to the top 10. Jacob on the back straightaway.
I mean, this is one of those things. This is what Talladega provides. I mean, you can have a serious penalty. You can basically damn near screw yourself, and out of nowhere, slide back up here and make a charge and have a shot to get a good finish, possibly even a win. Chris Ellis riding on board with him, the hardest charger in the race. Side by side with Joey Stires. They worked their way in the travel. Scruggs still leads, coming back with 13 to go.
Says, I thought I was out, they lured me back in. Home stretch time, post-race coming up with Dean and Jacob. As soon as this one's over here, 13 to go. Scruggs in the lead. Larson now, it's a stalemate. They all play possum and stay single file. There's a second lane going behind Trotter to try to get a third lane started. Another truck up high. Curtis Banks, they throw the block on him. He panicked a little bit, and he now free falls down the leaderboard. Here comes Scruggs off forward.
The Scruggs still with that race lead coming around with 12 laps to go. J.D. Larson hooking up with Chris Ellis right here in this middle lane. Try to get a little something going as well. Cole Larson still up there in that mix, still sitting in the second spot. I would not be surprised to see a Joey Stires or Cole Larson. There goes Stires. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Just waiting for Ellis to get up here, but don't want to pull up in a bad spot. Stires says, screw it, I'm going now. Larson not able to jump up and make the move as of yet. He'll have to fall in line. Stay right in behind Dustin Scruggs. Stires waited for Ellis and Larson to get up here on the tailgate. Now Stires going for the lead, 3 and 4.
Was that a little too early? We'll have to see. Joey Stires back up in front here in Talladega. He says it's go time, and the green machine's back to P1. Toyota number 23, Ellis now. Oh my. Ellis to the inside, to the outside. And look at this, Scruggs powers back on the bottom. 11 to go.
Okay.
3 wide up in front. Now Scruggs fights for the lead. He's got Larson behind him. And, by the way, Larson and Larson, Cole Larson and J.D. Larson are right around one another again.
Yeah, and I've got a good feeling if they can try to help one another, obviously they will try to help one another. Cole Larson, J.D. Larson, father and son. We'll see how that ends up working out. Stires took a shot, jumped up in front of Ellis, and basically killed that whole outside lane. Now Stires free-falling all the way to the back. Front 5, Scruggs, Larson, Tribune, Hubbard. Stires still trying to get up here, mix it up side by side for that P5 spot with Justin Lumpkin down on the inside lane, trying to mix it up as well as they hit the line with 10 to go.
Scruggs in the lead, Larson back there to the bottom. Here comes oh boy, carrying Tribune, Hubbard, and now here it starts again. Look at these guys up top. Boy, the cloud cover makes it look like it's literally closing in on nightfall, Jacob. Down the back straightaway. There's your weather conditions.
Well, Wesley, we've called some races here to where it looked like it wasn't night time. I mean, we was having to try to, Dean was having to try to adjust the settings to make it look like it was, at least in the daytime, it looked like so much fog. It was nighttime, but it damn sure does look like it is pushing to the night. Here at Talladega Superspeedway, virtual Talladega Superspeedway. Scruggs leading with 9 laps to go at the line. Larson, Tribune, Hubbard, and Lumpkin still the top 5 as they're still jockeying for position around the 10th spot and 3 wide back there as well.
And not done yet. fighting the massive cloud cover. What kind of work will that be like for some of these guys fighting down the back straightaway? That cloud cover with a handling or tighten or loosen these trucks is now we're watching them 3x3 in the back. Led by Larson and Stiers and Ellis. And while that goes on, Scruggs is pulled away. 8 to go when they come off of turn 4.
21 to 49 to the apron, please.
Bontrager and Scott.
They're telling Shane Scott and Craig Bontrager to go to the apron.
Hate to see that from both of those drivers. Hate to see that from both of them drivers. West Out and Shane Scott had a fantastic shot to try to win this thing. It ain't over yet. You still get a caution. Maybe try to help himself, but he's going to have to get around Bontrager to get the lucky dog. Bontrager in the lucky dog position as of right now. Front 5, now 6, now 7 drivers, single file with J.D. Larson, the 7th one. Down on the inside, Jeffrey Johnson Jr. still trying to lead the outside lane, with Joey Stiers lined up right behind him to help him. Buzzy Mongold says, screw it, I'll take it up on the top side off forward.
And the sun now pokes back out to the line. 7 to go at the line. Here they come. Larson in the lead. Not yet. Scruggs, Larson, Tribune. Keep an eye on Mongold, everybody. Buzzy Mongold up to 7th.
Sun already poking back out west of the Outland. The weather here at virtual Talladega Superspeedway is just like it is in North Georgia. You don't know what the hell it's going to do. Buzzy Mongold up at the front, on the outside rather, leading the outside lane, mind you, with Jeffrey Johnson right behind him. Stiers there with Trotter. Johnson getting sideways, got a shot from Stiers, almost knocked him sideways. Jeffrey Johnson going to have to slide up on the outside, kills the whole outside lane train. And now Hubbard's got Tribune. They had a run off, thought about trying to go to the front.
Thought about it. We'll make it happen. Here we come now. 5 trucks, single file. Down to the bottom of the apron. It is Scruggs in the lead. Larson right there, followed by Tribune. Now goes Mongold. Mongold with a shove by Stiers. Here comes Trotter. We're now side by side. Lumpkin trying to go after Hubbard to join the top 5. Single file solo train to the back straightaway. When do you pull out a line, Jacob? That's the question.
Yes, I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, you got to be able to have some help, get to find your buddies, and find somebody that you can trust. Tribune thought about jumping up there with Buzzy Mongold, not able to do it. Larson says, screw it, I'll go for it. Buzzy Mongold, he's going to get hung out to dry 3 wide per second. Scruggs up at the front, and they are 3 wide for about 3 rows behind him.
And where Mongold thought he was in trouble, Trotter on the binder, so is Ellis. Larson pulled up Scruggs pulled up in front of Trotter. And Mongold started all this. Now he drops to the back of the line. 5 to go at Talladega. Unbelievable.
The moves is just going to get more aggressive and more crazy. We're already seeing blocks and haymakers being thrown 9 ways to Sunday. Tribune up here at the front. Hubbard down on the bottom side. Now Larson thinking about it. Will he go low? Yes, no. Thinking about it. Still thinking about it. Needs to get Stiers a little bit closer to maybe help him out, but Tribune leads him off turn 4.
And this time by here at the 2.66 mile Talladega Superspeedway. It is down to 4 laps to go. Everybody starting to gouge and fight and claw up the middle. Look at Matt Cherry. Remember, Matt Cherry was crashed out. He's raced his way back into the battle. He's in daylight. He's on the outside lane, but he's got no friends. Nobody will go with Cherry up top. Johnson finally behind the 45. Curtis Banks in the 77 as well. And while that goes on, Scruggs back to the lead around Tribune.
Maybe Scruggs trying to hold on to Trotter line right up on his back door. Cherry still trying to get the help from Jeffrey Johnson Jr., not able to do it. Tribune now down on the inside. He's got Larson with him. He's got Stiers behind him as well as they come back around this time with 3 laps to go. Tribune and Scruggs, they battle it out for the lead, but everybody else still got a shot.
across the line, 3 to go. It is Kerry Tribune now leading on the bottom. Scruggs up high. Here comes now Johnson and Banks pushing the 45 like it's been for the last 2 laps or so.
Gonna get interested right here with Scruggs now leading now in that middle lane, just a nose out ahead over Tribune. Larson shoving him as well. Watch out for the temperatures, as I mentioned earlier on. Don't want to get tucked up too much and end up overheating the engine. Don't want to blow it right here. Coming to 2 to go. Got to be careful watching your temperatures on some of the pushes that these guys is having.
Ready to settle it here at Talladega. Down to the line, this time by penultimate lap of the race. Here at the Millie's Restaurant and Catering 250. 2 to go, and everybody in this pack is in it to win it. One wrong slip, somebody in the front goes to the back. Somebody in the back could capitalize and move to the front. Ellis goes up high. He goes to the top side. Meanwhile, Scruggs Tribune holding off Trotter. Trotter, stage 1 winner, looking for the lead to the back straightaway.
Yeah, but he ain't clear. Tribune still down on the inside lane. Now Larson, huge shot from Stires, shoves it all the way up to Kerry Tribune, keeps the inside lane rocking and rolling, coming back to the white flag. Kerry Tribune, Dustin Scruggs, side by side. Larson with Trotter with Stires, top 5 off turn 4.
As long as they can hold it together, keep this formation, it is race on, boys, wreckers or checkers, through the tri-oval. Start-finish line at Talladega at the end of pit road. Snare, white flag in the air, presented by Darren's Detail and Shine. About 15 trucks in the back to fight for the win. Scruggs is leading. Will he be there on the other side? White flag, Jacob, turn 1 final time.
Yeah, and here's when the haymakers and the blocks is going to happen. We're already seeing a couple of them. Banks gets turned back in the back. Scruggs still with the lead. Trotter thinking about jumping down to the inside. Will he try to make the pass? Yes, he will. Trotter down to the inside. Scruggs up top. Tribune to follow. Buzzy Mongold in the middle of it. Final time through 3 and 4.
Here comes Scruggs on the outside. He'll try to power back around with Trotter. They'll get the pass on him with a push by Buzzy Mongold. Mongold, he gets turned. He's into the wall. Cherry's crashing. Ellis is crashing. One is on their lid. It's Larson. Stires is in the wall with Trotter. Scruggs is going to win Talladega. The nightmare behind him is a glory victory for Dustin Scruggs, one of the originals of NASRA.
Thanks for not wrecking me there, Jeffrey.
Unbelievable.
Wow, what a finish, crazy stuff.
Scruggs, Tribune, Johnson unofficially the top 3 podium. What a crazy finish to the Millie's Restaurant and Catering 250 here at Talladega in the final race of the Bracket Challenge.
Dustin Scruggs with the win. Tribune able to fight through that, get second. Jeffrey Johnson Jr. was able to photo finish with Aaron Van Ryder to get a third out of it. I believe he might have got the hard charger out of it, up 29 spots as well. And also hearing that he possibly won the bracket challenge from some of the colorful commentary that we was hearing just a second ago before we went through there. Sorry for that, folks. But Scruggs going to burn it down right here on the front straightaway, and well-deserved for the 353, making it happen here tonight at Talladega.
Dustin Scruggs, one of the original members of NASRA back in the day when it was formed during COVID 2020 summer. Ready now to celebrate with another victory. Let's take a look at the 245th career start for Dustin Scruggs. It is now his 7th career win of NASRA. First of the season, 60th top 5, 125th top 10. How about those numbers for an outstanding moment for the guy here, originally from Nashville, Tennessee, Florida, now back in Nashville. There's a look at the results here tonight, Talladega. The podium stands by with Jacob and Dean. And at the end of this one, we go the distance, 104 laps, just shy of 276 miles, 24 lead changes. Green flag lead changes with 21 drivers, 6 cautions, 17 laps. Jeffrey Johnson, the hard charger of the night. He'll finish third 29 spots. Justin Scruggs, most laps led. Tribune, the fastest man, and Lucas Lyons from the pole. It is Scruggs the winner. The overall finishing order: Kerry Tribune second, Jeffrey Johnson third. How about Aaron Van Rydel, Hunter Parsons, a top 5, Justin Lumpkin, Larson, Stiers, Trotter, Haney. Though crashing, they still finished, Jacob, in the top 10.
Yeah, and Nicole Larson was the one over on his lid. He still gets 11th out of this unofficially, with Peyton Hubbard getting 12th. Matt Cherry will get 13th. You can see him able to battle his way back up through there with Curtis Banks, Taylor Peacock 14th and 15th, Chris Blanchard in 16th. Chris Ellis finishes 17th, but Buzzy Mongold had a shot right there off of 4, and all hell broke loose. He gets 18th, with Brian Chew finishing 19th, and 971 NASRA's area code Nate Bauer finishing in 20th.
21st, we'll find Justice, followed by Barnett, Holt, all on the lead lap, as well as Newton, top 25 with Lucas Lyons, Tyler Goodwin, Shane Scott, Craig Bontrager, Luke Smith, Mark Cofield, top 30, but 29th and 30th were our trucks a lap down or more.
And behind them in the 31st spot, you will find the likes of, I believe, Jonathan Cofield with Raul Meza, Cody Knott, Colton Hogan, Brady the Buff, top 35, Phil Pappas, Andrew Harris, Craig Schroeder. The 38 drivers that raced it here tonight. TJ Moore was the race director. Zach Hartwig just stuck around and wanted to see the show.
Well, what a wild one. Let's watch the replay one more time. Jacob, set it up for us, man. What the crazy chaos that is Talladega. It never disappoints, buddy. They're coming to the white flag. Set up this last lap to victory for Dustin Scruggs as we get ready to prepare for post-race, presented by Florida Cabinet Distributors.
Yeah, I mean, sweet victory for Dustin Scruggs. You see him around the outside. Tribune actually had the lead at the line, and then Trotter just shoved Scruggs. They're already getting crazy back here. Banks gets turned back there. I already see a couple of them spinning.
Wow.
All hell was breaking loose. Look at Jeffrey Johnson Jr. back there in the 33, I believe it is. Yes, that's the 33. Keep watching that 33 as well. He was one that got knocked sideways. Still gets a podium out of this. Trotter finds a hole, jumps down in front of Kerry Tribune, has a shot to try to get the win. And at this point right here, coming off the 3 and 4, you're going for it. It doesn't make a damn where you go as long as it ain't below the double yellow line. Buzzy right there, he gets tagged. Ellis sends him around. Wow. And it's a free-for-all. Matt Cherry, there goes Ellis. Tribune way down on the bottom of the racetrack. Two of them synchronized flipping with
Cherry and Larson.
Cherry, both of them at the same time. And then Stiers, he gets tagged by Trotter, sends him up the hill. And then look at Jeffrey Johnson Jr. snuck it through there to get the third. But Scruggs coming home with the win, seeing all the chaos behind him.
Jeffrey Johnson says, thank you.
I take that.
Oh, Jacob and Dean are carrying you guys the rest of the way. I got to prepare for another broadcast as always, late night. And man, by the way, look at the replay. They got more replays coming up. Is what I was going to say. We got to hash out who got the in-season bracket challenge, and we'll see everybody for Nashville next Monday. It is Dustin Scruggs, one of the OGs of NASRA. Back in the day, he wins here in the Millie's Restaurant and Catering, 250 out Wesley Outlet. We'll be back after a break. They carry y'all with post-race, and I'll see you next Monday at Nashville. Good evening. Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantle, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors. Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime.
Back here at Talladega, Florida Cabinet Distributors, Victory Lane. Winner's Circle, Dustin Scruggs, 353. He's not the NASRA's area code just yet. Nate Mauer's still got that with 971. But Scruggs, baby, you get the win. Congratulations on the win. Tell us about that whole last lap and what you had to do to put that 353 in Victory Lane, buddy. Congratulations.
Man, it's super speedway racing, so a lot of it's just luck. But yeah, I was just trying to stick in front of a guy that I thought would push me pretty well, and I was in front of Cole for a long time, and then I jumped up in front of Hunter, and none of those guys are usually the ones wanting to push somebody else to the win. And then I saw Hunter 90 degrees sideways, and I couldn't believe it. I haven't won a super speedway in probably 4 years, so that was pretty exciting.
Dustin, you get the win here tonight. Obviously, Talladega. It's got to be a big jump start, I guess you could say, for your season coming out here and being able to survive some of the chaos. What do you think was the cause of some of the chaos tonight? Was it just typical Talladega? Was it some drivers maybe being a little bit too aggressive at certain points in the race? What do you think?
No, I mean, from what I've seen, it was pretty much standard super speedway race, and I think there was 3 cautions outside of the stages. So I think that was a pretty good race for 104 laps on iRacing. I'll take it.
Take it all the way. 38 of them that started it here tonight. Look at his little graph, looking like the little mountaineer, I guess you could say, from the Price is Right. If any of you don't know what I'm talking about, God help you. Dustin Scruggs ends up getting the win here tonight. Dustin, buddy, congratulations on the win. Appreciate your time. You got any other sponsors, any shout-outs that you want to thank, buddy?
Yeah, absolutely. Got to thank McCowney Setup Shop, M1 Motorsports, Prosper Engineering, LJA Engineering, DSR Electric, and the boys down in NASRA for putting us on. It was a great show. Appreciate it.
Nashville, Tennessee's Dustin Scruggs gets the win, up 8 spots from where he started in 9th. He led the most laps as well. Dustin, buddy, congratulations on the win. Appreciate your time. We'll see you in your home track of Nashville next week, buddy.
Sounds good, sir.
Dustin Scruggs with the win here tonight. We'll go to Kerry Tribune, P2, who led the last lap, or let me rephrase that, led at the white flag lap, but he wasn't able to lead right there at the end. Kerry, buddy, what else more did you need? I mean, was you thinking about jumping up in front of Dustin, or was you thinking maybe I just need to just hang right here on this inside lane? It's the best place to be.
I just didn't realize I had such a big run coming to the line, and then I looked up and he was like a car length and a half in front of me, and I was like, that I just lost my chance right there. I knew I probably wasn't going to get pushed that hard by Cole either, so I was just riding around and then just waiting until the end and got lucky right there when they all took each other out.
And Kerry, I've been teammates with you, obviously, with Mission One Esports and all that good stuff, and knowing that you are good on the road courses when it comes to that time. But nothing against you, so don't get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger here or nothing. But I don't always remember Kerry Tribune being a super speedway type of a racer. Here lately, that 7's been looking pretty good at Daytona and Talladega. Is there a little bit of a flip in the driving style of the 7 that we're seeing here?
I've just been trying to do the same stuff I've always done, but I just try to put myself in position a little bit better. Got kind of wrecked there in that deal with Matt Cherry. But other than that, I was able to fix everything and kind of just been trucking along. I don't know. I think I got a little bit better. Started blocking lanes and stuff like that, but I don't like really doing that. It's kind of, you're asking for trouble. So I don't know. It's just you try to qualify up front and stay up front as best you can. And that's what I kind of sort of did for a while today. So I felt pretty good.
Put the block on them. I mean, why not? Hell, give them the Carson Hocevar bird if if they're mad at you. That's what I would do. Costa Mesa, California's Kerry Tribune comes home with a P2 here tonight. Kerry, buddy, congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. You got any sponsors, any shout-outs you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Brady and everybody, all you guys putting us on. My sponsor, A&G Compressor Parts. My wife for letting me race on Mondays. and my family back in Washington. And my aunt was pretty sick for a while, so she's doing better now. So just shout out to her, and yeah, and everybody else. You guys rock. Thank you guys.
Carey Tribune P2 here tonight. We'll see what he can do at Nashville. Carey, buddy, congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. We'll see you next Monday night. Carey Tribune with the P2 here tonight. We'll go to third place, Jeffrey Johnson. Jeff, I got to ask, because I just heard a little bit with the in-race communications, which apparently we're not going to do anymore. But anyway, what you won the in-season bracket challenge? Did I hear that correctly?
Dang right.
Well, all righty, good deal out of that. But I mean, I don't think you was more or less worried about that at that particular point in time right there at the end of the race with all kinds of hell happened. I mean, it went bad literally off of turn number 2. We'll see it right here on the instant replay. I mean, you got put in the wall right off the bat off of 2 and then had to go through all the smoke and trucks flipping and all kinds of chaos. Just walk me through that last lap of how you was able to still get a third out of it.
Yeah, so at this point, you know, I'm just trying to get the best finish I can. I'm rooting for Buzzy for this in-season bracket thing because I'm like, I'm not going to make it up there. And I really didn't care for Cole to win it. So I was a Buzzy fan. Coming out of the corner, I got my teammate behind me, Peyton. Happy I had him. Cherry come up, and when he hit the wall, we kind of all got sucked into the wall, me, him, and Peyton. And at this point, I thought it was wrecked. Got it woed up. And I'm like, all right, well, at least I'm going to finish. So I'm just sitting here riding around. We get to, I think they all wreck off 4. Or come to the tri-oval. It was a big mess. Like, at this point, I'm just going to fall in line and, you know, whatever finish I get, I get.
Pretty much just walking us through it right here with Jeffrey Johnson. As you see him right here, we worked this way through 3 and 4, and then all the chaos, as you mentioned, happened in front of you. Jeff, does this place have a little bit of a sentimental, sentimental to you a little bit, knowing that this is the place where you got your very first win in NASRA? There's the contact. There's where all the smoke kind of kicked up and everything. But is this place a little bit of sentimental to you, knowing that this is where you got your very first win in NASRA?
It's starting to be. I mean, I normally hate plate racing because I don't have very good luck. Like, I thought I was killed hitting Cole. I thought it was going to blow. But it stayed alive, and those two take each other out. 83 loses speed hitting the apron. So I let off so I don't hit him, get back on the throttle, and I beat him by like 3 miles an hour.
That's one for the highlight reel. That one right there might go on Facebook right there with Jeff. But Jeffrey Johnson gets the in-season bracket challenge, gets the win on that, gets a podium here tonight. All good things for the 33. And yes, he's sitting in a pretty good spot as the points goes with a couple of races left before we get to the chase in the next couple of weeks. Jeff, buddy, congratulations on the P3 here tonight. Appreciate your time. You got any spots to shout out you will thank?
Yeah, thank Lions 3D Designs, Cofield Asphalt, New Edge, Simulation, and really my team. Thanks, Peyton, for trying to help me out, and that's really it.
Yeah, Jeffrey Johnson Jr., he got a little bit of redneck talk in him. I guess he's been over hanging out with Jonathan Cofield just a little bit more than it used to be. It used to be when I raced with him over at Mission 1. He didn't have that redneck lingo going on. He's been hanging around with Jonathan and me apparently a lot, so he's starting to talk a little bit like a redneck. Good to see that. Jeff, buddy, congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. We'll see you in Nashville next week, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good one.
That was Jeffrey Johnson Jr. with a P3 here tonight. What a race all the way down to the wire. Watch it again. I mean, the finish coming off of turn number 4. This is when all hell ended up breaking loose. Buzzy Mongo, Ellis right there in that mix. Trotter down there on the inside. Won the stage 1. Tried to ease up there. As you see, Scruggs gets the shot from Buzzy. Ellis gets into Mongo, and then God help every single one of literally everybody. Even Tribune went way down, almost went down pit road to try to miss it. There's chaos. 9 ways to Sunday. Dean, buddy, always a pleasure. One of the best in the business to do it, the producing. Always lets you have the final word as well, buddy. Always a pleasure. Yeah, absolutely, Wes.
I mean, Jacob. Sorry, thank you.
Dean, buddy, always a pleasure. Your final take here at Talladega.
Oh, it was good. It was good racing. It was going to be a bit of carnage towards the end. We expected. I think the drivers had expected it as well too, because you got to go a bit of 4-wide racing, 3-wide racing. Everybody wants to win the big one here at Talladega, and of course, it's only going to be one driver that does it. The Dustin Scruggs got the job done. You got to be in the right place at the right time, of course, for a lot of these drivers. Even if you are like Jeffrey Johnson, that managed to get past I don't know, about 8 or 9 trucks or something, didn't he, to get himself up in the podium position, but he's still got to be in that lead pack of 15 or so trucks in the end, which they did it. And as he said as well too, wasn't that many cautions, which is great here, because we didn't want to sit around all day talking on the cautions of the Talladega with a couple of big wrecks. But absolutely a great race, my friend, as you said.
Always some good stuff. Obviously, when we go to Talladega, I love this place. Always have and always will. Like a home track to me. I've been coming here for years and years and years, and can't wait to take my son to a race here at Talladega in the very near future. Obviously, got to give a huge shout out. Race winner Dustin Scruggs able to get it. There's your top 10 on your screen for where they finished and how it all played out here tonight for the Millie's Restaurant and Catering 250. What a race. And we're not done yet. We still got 2 more races left before we start going chase racing, and it will be fun here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Folks, that's going to do it for this broadcast here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. If you haven't yet, you see the graphic down there. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell, keep up with everything going on with NASRA. Got to thank all the great sponsors. Millie's Restaurant and Catering for the title sponsorship of the race. DSR Electric, Dan Gobble for what they do. Obviously, Cops and all the great sponsors. I mean, there's so many of them. I don't want to call all of them off because I end up missing a couple. But Serve Pro and Bolts Poppers, all of them. Thank you very much to each and every one of the sponsors for supporting this great league and what they do. Shout out to the drivers, always putting on a hell of a show. Fans coming out in big numbers. We saw you out there. A couple of you interacting. It was good stuff. Love it. Keep it going out there in live chat. And Brady and Cody for allowing us to come in here and be yourselves, entertain you, the fans. TJ, get you a mic. We'll pay for you one. We'll find you somewhere, one way or another. Amazon. It's a hell of a deal. Just ask Aaron Van Ryder. He's sponsored by Prime. But thanks to the admins for allowing us to come in here and be ourselves, entertain you, the fans. For Australia, Dean Hopton, Bengals, and also for Wesley Allen, I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. Said, as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. Talladega, rear view mirror, Music City. Next Monday night, Nashville, Tennessee. It will be a good one. Same time, same channel. NASRA 360 Racing Network DSR Electric Truck Series rolls on. God bless y'all. We'll see y'all next Monday night.